Doing good.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Stinky.
Let's try something like that. There we go. That solves the problem. If I had a nickel for every time we started a stream and my mic was working beforehand, but then didn't get picked up second time, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Anyway, I am glad to be here with all of you. I am hopeful that we are ready to start the session. When the party last left off, they had just finished making a rather arduous trek into the mountains, being unprepared and getting decently low on food by the time they started to reach a mountain camp where supposedly Employ lies. It's currently a rather clear day, if a bit windy, and at the moment, there's very little you see at this campsite. There's a circle on the far side just past the flames, which still burn actively, but little evidence of any people is currently here.
Do you think that maybe they have already left for other work?
I certainly hope not.
It would be strange if they didn't leave some people here. But maybe the circle has something to do with it.
I'd like to go to. Is the fire still burning?
The fire is actively burning, and as you reach that point, a man jumps out from the right side and goes, "Ha!"
Ah!
Ah, hello.
That was rude.
Glad to see you're all good on your toes. Welcome to the plan. Oh, the journey wasn't too bad for any of you.
Journey to town, somewhat difficult thanks to the weather, but journey here, not bad at all.
So I've heard, and so we've seen. This rain's been hitting us pretty hard, but you'll be okay. You look like a fine, capable bunch. But where are my manners anyway? I'm glad to have you around for this. I'm glad to welcome you to my expedition, and of course, and he takes a very deep bow. My name is Daishi. And you are?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Here away.
He looks at each of the others, perhaps right to left on the screen.
I'm Tefrid, and this is Friend. I'm gonna point to Friend.
Hello.
Rat climbs up Hiraway's back and stands on his shoulder with his elbow on Hiraway's head. Rat!
Kaio gives kind of a loose half bow and says, Kaio.
Excellent. Before we get into discussions, is there anything you might need from me? Before we begin to talk work?
A little curiosity. What is this? And I just sort of gesture with both hands towards this huge circle on the ground.
Oh, that. He puts both of his hands to his mouth in a cone and yells out, "Elaine!" Who, eventually a halfling begins to wander over the nearby hillside of one of the mountains and starts making their way over. It runs right up alongside the campfire. What is it? And the two of them have a brief little conversation, generally quiet underneath the campfire before she goes, all right, all right. Moves over. Well, as all y'all heard, Elaine, this is just, so see, here's the thing. You guys, you're gonna be prospecting a little. You're gonna be taking this, and she pulls out from her pack a small device and bringing it around all these different places over to the east of here, right? And this
All right.
thing, I'll have you know, is rather valuable. So, what this is, let's go ahead and reveal item. This here circle is just there to make sure that when you tell me your name, we get the right name. Simple
So
as.
if any of us abscond with it for whatever reason, then you can track us down.
You got it. That's the one. I am adding an item to group storage since I cannot seem to find a way to reveal to party.
Interesting.
Since that option is not there on any of these. Does it not do that for items?
I'm not sure.
Either way, it is unimportant. Inside the tools section, you will see a resonance box. It's a small silver container that has 4 semi-gold looking little diodes, or I guess in this situation quadrodes, on each of the faces of the sides. There you go, thank you. And there is a button on the very top of it. He calls over to the group. Which one of you is most responsible?
I should probably take possession of it.
All
You
right.
seem like a responsible fellow.
Now, and she doesn't hand it quite to you. Which one of you is the best with tech? Any of you got any
I would
experience?
be Rat.
Rat kind of puffs his chest up. Also, how do I deselect the group storage tokens?
Oh, you
Escape?
just drag elsewhere, like you're unselecting units in
I
RTS.
see, I see, I see.
Gotcha. All right. She goes over and she hands it gently to Rat. You are going to carry this, and I'm going to teach you how this works. And she looks at Hiroe, and you are going to make sure he doesn't break it.
Seems like a good arrangement.
That includes not taking it apart to learn exactly how it works.
Rat kind of opens his mouth and then closes it
I don't want it anymore.
as he kind of pushes it forward.
Rat inside his head just being like, yet. She goes through, and over the course of about 5 minutes, you pick it up rather quickly the ways to properly activate it, and you understand that in each hex, you just activate it once at, like, pretty much the end of each day, and it'll provide a material catalog of the area and distance you've traveled over, assuming that you can, every once in a while, place it on the ground. It is, however, decently heavy, given that you are quite small. But it is yours.
Rat is kind of holding it, like looking at each of the other people, looking back down at it, grumbling a little bit.
Does anyone comment on Rat's grumbling?
I don't know the first thing about what he's doing, so I just have to assume that that's part of the process.
Yeah, I'm just I'm
Gotcha.
here for the ride.
If you want someone else to carry it, then I'm afraid I will not be the one who can carry it. I already carry you and all the rest of your things most of the time.
Why so weak?
As he kind of like looks up with like a scowl.
I could ask the same.
His scowl just goes to a blank stare. He walks over, turns around, the same blank stare, and just kind of holds up the box.
Hold.
If you insist.
Do.
Zaishi
Picks it up.
makes an offhanded remark towards Friend as he does so. Those are some interesting face wrappings. Where'd you find them?
I made them during my time in the woods.
Ah, a handyman. Self-made. Very stylish. Hard work's always on.
Yes.
Are you all well supplied enough? Do you, or, well, I guess that might as well bring us to actually talking about what you need to cover. We've already had a few groups depart. Most of them we've been working in a counterclockwise order. So right now, everything that's from due east to southeast of here is fair game.
Good to know.
You have enough supplies, good food, good torches, all of that?
We have been running somewhat low on food recently. We expended many of our supplies in the storm and on the way here. So
Sure.
if we could
Absolutely.
procure maybe 2 weeks of foodstuffs.
He starts trying to do some math on his fingers and then goes, Elaine, figure out how many they need. And after a little bit, she ends up adding a good chunk to it. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. The party
Many
has
thanks.
a sizable number of rations. I did not mean to go to 290. I meant to go to 240. There we go. It is good. He makes his way over to Kaya. You as well. That's quite an interesting outfit you've got. Very
Oh.
ornamentive.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, you seem to be a man of culture.
Well, I try to be.
Say, you don't happen to know about any of those high-spangled Artists Guild events going on these next few weeks, do you?
I don't think that I do, but please do tell.
Well, it would be my first time since I'm pretty stuck up with dealing with all of the developmentalist tasks with the ins and outs and the here's and there's, like this one for yours truly, but I've always been looking to go, and I was hoping that perhaps after this expedition I'd go and visit one.
Certainly sounds very interesting. When did you say they're happening?
Oh, they have ones like every week or so. Time's just never lined up, but now it does.
Perhaps she'll see you there.
I hope too. He looks around and does a wide gesture with his arms. What about any of the rest of you? Do any of you have fine tastes?
You could say that, yes.
Looks to Tefred and Rat.
Rat
I
is
have
currently
fine
like
taste. I'm on the lookout for things.
Rat is currently like cud chewing grass or something.
Given that this is the second time Rat has been disengaged from his conversation, he goes over and crouches down, like on one of his knees next to Rat, looks at him and tells him, "If you break that box, I am going to kill you."
Won't break the box.
You're so serious. Jeez. No, you'll just be in debt for like a while. Calm down. Such a
I'll
trauma
be in debt to
queen.
dead man.
He says with a big smile.
He's, I'm sure.
Depends on how much you have on you. If you'll, be in debt and Depends on how asleep I am, probably, but go ahead,
It is
spend the
smart.
night. We've got a few extra cots set up on the side, and if there's anything else you think of in the midst of the night, just let me know.
Thank you. On the topic, what sort of creatures can we expect to encounter in the wilderness here?
Ooh. Mountains, and these mountains end up being pretty tranquil most of the time. There's occasionally ones that aren't too dissimilar to ones back in the Empire. They've got, you know, mountain lions, bears, few large vultures, occasional goblins. Honestly, considering the sort of weaponry you are carrying around, shouldn't be any issue. Oh, I suppose if no, you'd be fine.
Yes.
All right. Occasionally a few ogres have wandered up here, but
Mm.
I haven't done that in a year, and I'd be surprised if, even if they did, if they ended up crossing your way.
Well, at this point, it's too late to alter my prepared magics, but to my
Plus-
recollection, they should be somewhat useful against ogres.
And besides, they're big and they're slow, not very well fitted towards maneuvering some of these corridors. You'd easily be able to run away, even your even your mules could. But please, rest of the night and let me know if there's anything else I can do as he looks to the rest of the group as well.
Right.
We might just be better off preparing ourselves for tomorrow. It'll be too much to worry about, right?
If you need any help around camp, you can let me know.
Gladly, my friend. Does anybody have anything else that they choose to do?
No.
Brenda offers to take first watch,
That sounds very reasonable.
or all the watch.
Day
Not
46 goes by with the group going through and making sure to get plenty of rest for a large part of the day, eating the first really good meal, having a rather nice stew, and preparing themselves for the next day. It is now day 47. And the party is good to go. The entire area within the confines of the river areas, that is to the east or to the south and east, is clean pickings.
Lovely.
Who is the navigator today?
That is a good question.
Not Rat. Bad idea.
Can I volunteer Tefrid since he's got the scouting expertise?
Sure. Tefrid, make your moves. Tefrid. Uh-oh.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. It was not working. My microphone was not unmuting.
Hmm.
Let's see.
And in that desperation, I have neglected to understand the question.
You are the navigator for the token today. You
All
control
right.
where we're going. It is currently
Okay.
the dawn of the 48th day. High sun is almost over. It's almost the end of the summer month.
All right. So it was all this area around here, right? That we need to
East,
scout.
southeast.
East,
Yep.
southeast. Okay.
Yeah, basically if you just head east of here, basically that entire region along the entire boundings of, like, there's a known to be a river that loops back around and ultimately flows up back over to here.
Mhm.
Basically all of that region is within acceptable boundary, and given the rough surface area of it, you'd be getting around 14 gold once all of them have been completed. Given the size, which gives you guys the approximation that it's somewhere between like 12, 13, 14 tiles, somewhere in that sort of range.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Basically, for every square that we're on, Rat is absolutely going to be keeping an eye out for anything shiny in the slightest. Like,
And I will be
he's
getting
on
away from
shiny
these
alert.
things.
Did Rat take the prospecting action last Bastion turn? I will assume not. That's something you can do at the start of the next Bastion turn.
Okay.
Which
we
is
weren't
just
given the tutorial on that
Yep,
Bastion
that's
action
okay.
yet, so
That's why we're waiting on it.
Mhm. If I'm not mistaken, that's the next Bastion turn is going to be like almost at the exact end of.
well, no, we only move 1 tile per day at this point, so
Yep,
Oh, okay.
because we are in mountains.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think east southeast will be good here.
Probably
Right
true. It is the
One.
49th.
Yeah.
Clicky Bach.
2.
It is the 50th.
All right. I think east northeast will be good here.
It is now the 1st of Red Bear.
Oh,
That means it is a new Bastion turn, and
day that ends in 1.
it is in fact a day that ends in 1. He's right. Let's go ahead and get ourselves
A few weeks
a...
ago, you told me that Lane had a crush on me.
What?
Well, I have a crush on her too. No, I know you have very strict
What?
rules about dating and
Hello?
boys,
What?
but I just
Something...
want you to know that
Hello?
Is
he's
video playing in the
playing-
background
I
for
don't
you?
smoke. I
Hello?
don't drink,
Yes,
I've never
something
gone
is
to the gym, I'm
playing that
healthy, I
should
take
not
care of
be.
myself,
It's
I
playing on your
floss,
live stream with the audio.
Yeah, there we go. I have no idea how that thing from like
What?
4 other pages, but it started.
What was that?
Automaton propaganda.
Yeah, very
Anyway,
true.
weather roll, right?
Yeah, we need a weather roll, we need an exploration roll, we need 3
Exploration
threat rolls, and then we need everybody to pick a travel action to be performing. This would be something like guarding or gathering food, doing additional survey studying, or, as some of the other ones are, stuff like prospecting, which in this case takes 3 types. There's 3 forms of prospecting you can do. There is essentially prospecting of like the value of the land per settlement, with like how good are the rivers and fertility and how easy would it be to grow crops. There is prospecting for particularly good lively activities there, with like how good are the trees, or if there's any sort of game there that's particularly valuable, or prospecting for metals, which is the kind that Rat would be wanting to do.
So the 3 are kind of like development, nature, and earth.
Right, give or take. Right, one for like ores and stones, one for like animals and plants, and
And
one
plants, and
for
one for people,
Yeah.
like things that could.
one for
people,
how
like,
good would
okay.
this be a place to set up an outpost or eventually a city?
Mhm.
Would you want to live here, or would this kind of fucking suck?
Maybe when we turn ourselves into a settler caravan to set at a on a river as if it is Civ 6.
I was about to make a Civ 6 joke.
I mean,
too.
yeah. And
So-
once you make your roll, you are always guaranteed to get 1 successful hit, even if you roll a natural 1 on your prospecting roll. The more of a value you get, the more days that Bastion turn you can essentially say, I want to prospect this tile. You always get at least 1. You can get up to 10 tiles of prospecting, even if you're moving at particularly high speed. That takes no
Delicious.
extra time. It's just a result of having rolled correctly. So, do you have any miners proficiency or prospecting kit or anything like that that is a relevant tool proficiency? smithing would not be sufficient.
He does have smith's tools.
He just said that those are not.
No?
No,
He literally, the previous
I-
thing right
yep.
before you said that smith's tools are not something you can use.
I'm
for.
sorry, I thought you had just said smith's tools are sufficient.
nope. Smith's tools are not sufficient.
Good.
It would need
No.
to be like mining or stone worker or
Something that relates to the harvesting, not manipulation.
Okay.
right.
Sorry, I thought you had said the exact opposite.
No worries.
I do not have any of those things right now.
Okay,
Right
then.
now.
It is just going to be a mix of wisdom and int. Go ahead and give me like whichever one is the lower of those two with a d20. And does everybody else know what their turn that they'd like to do for
Wait,
their
give a. You said it was a mix, so.
like whichever one is lower of the two?
Oh, okay. So
Oof.
wow, that's shit.
Is it an 8 or is it a 10?
Well, it's a 10. It's just that feels really bad.
You know what? I think unlike the gathering ones, I think that one I could see being like an average between the two instead of the lower like the other two.
Wasn't the gathering additive?
Nope. The gathering was like foraging uses the lower of int or wisdom, trapping uses the lower of dex and int, and hunting uses the lower
Oh,
of
shit,
dex
I
and
was
wisdom.
not-
Well, that is not how we did it
Yeah,
last
yeah, that is
session.
definitely
not
we
how
will
we did it
go
last
on
session.
doing it that way.
I
Because
thought-
we did things like I have +6 in it because we have
Mhm.
+3/+3 or whatever. I
Yeah,
have
I
+5
remember
because I have
That's
+2/+2.
okay.
But we can go on doing it the other way.
Okay. A lot of the hybrid ones are trying to say it's good to be specialized in both, and lower of the two
Well,
tends to be used. But we can also talk
None of them
about
are
it a little.
hybrid. All of the things we can do are all multiple stats.
Yeah,
if everything's
it's
hybrid,
literally
nothing is hybrid.
yeah.
Well, I mean, for those sorts of things, they are. But
Well, all of our options to get food and now prospecting. So all 4 of things we've checked have been multiple stats.
I mean, other ones aren't like the guarding things or surveying.
Okay, but
or-
that doesn't get us progress to anything.
I mean, it prevents you from dying. But either way, we're getting into the
Okay.
weeds.
Yeah.
The ring, yeah.
Mm.
If it doesn't
that's
work, we can
just
always
20.
change it later.
I have a
We can
completely
change it
unrelated
back.
question.
Mhm.
It's not really a question. Whether
Yeah, we didn't
we're in
even.
the we're in the mountains and it's high sun, which means it should be 2d4 plus
Actually, it is
7.
no longer High Sun.
Whoa.
Because
is
it
Red
the
Bear now.
first. It is Red Bear.
Oh my gosh, I have to go check the modifier again.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Me when I go to rollable tables, go to
Okay,
weather.
okay, fine. So it should be 2d4 plus 9. Can you update the formula so I can roll my weather roll?
Sure, 2d4 plus 9. It has been done.
Thank you, sir.
Update. Good to go. Also, 18. That is rather good for you.
I got a
That
11 on
gives
the bottom.
you 7 tiles that you can prospect at this this bastion turn. Mr. Rat.
Based.
So basically, just at each point, you get to say, "Hey, I want to check this," and then we'll go through a like 2-step process of, "Is there something valuable here?" and then, "What is it?"
Neat.
All right, weather. All right, heavy clouds, and it's a little on the chilly side, but that's to be expected, and I'm sure you guys will be fine. Last things we need are if the threat rollers could roll their threat, and everybody else
Already
figure
done.
out what their
I believe I'm going to gather food, whichever one is the one using. I guess they're all the same for me.
I'll do int index since that's one that I'm explicitly good at.
Go
I'm
for
good
it.
at. I'm equally good at int index and wiz index.
Okay. So I just roll one of them, right? Not a +6.
Right. Whichever one's lower.
Oh shit. They're exactly the same.
Then that's fine. That's pretty good.
What was the result?
That was a 20.
Okay, good. That means we get 7 rations from that.
Yep.
That's an 8.
Oof.
That means you do not get rations. He does not find. Mr. Golden?
Yeah.
And Mr. Kaio, what are your two
Yeah.
actions going to be this week?
So I'm not good at any of the things that we can do. I'm just gonna guard.
That is a wise choice. If there's a enemy encounter, you'll get to be aware of it.
Mhm.
Mr. Nature? Oh,
I can guard or I can forage.
well, luckily Kaio will know whatever's happening, so
He has
Okay.
special eyes.
What's the roll for
let's
foraging?
see. You guys did Dex and Wisdom and Dex and Int?
Yeah, so wisdom and int,
Yep, Wisdom and Int would be
whichever one is lower.
Alright, no worries.
Oof.
Last thing is, did you give me a exploration roll earlier? Alba, yes,
Yeah,
you did.
we all three of
You
us
gave
gave
it, you
the
gave
pirate
it
rolls.
a 4, which becomes a 7, which is good. All right. Go ahead and keep on moving. And Chad, let me know whenever you want to check for anything.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably test out whatever the first tile I can just to feel it out, and then I'm gonna prioritize on any tiles nearby water as well.
Sure.
'cause,
I mean, you can test it right now if you want.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if we had to move once or if the tile that we land on with the Bastion turn works.
Sure. Let me go ahead and type this over to this one so that we can get it on good.
Rat is raking his face through the rocks right now.
He's just a little goofy.
Not goofy, goober.
You're telling me he's not a goofy goober?
Just a goober.
Okay. Good to know.
So, first, we have to check and see if there's even anything here. You roll a d6 and add 1 if it's a hill, 2 if it's a mountain, 1 if it's a river, take 1 away if it's a grassland, or 2 away if it's like a swamp or the sorts of things. So,
We add
currently
2.
you're at a mountain, so you add 2. So roll me a d6 plus 2. If it's 5 or more, there's something here. Chad?
Pardon me, one more time.
D6 plus 2.
Thank you.
God damn.
Alright. There is, in fact, no worthwhile materials here. The stone fucking sucks.
Blows.
Anyway,
Bad rocks, keep go.
go ahead, Alba.
All right. If I make a dumb move, feel free to yell at me.
Should we not go straight south to travel along the border of this passageway?
Passageway.
Not passageway,
well-
of this region.
Just, I don't know if you were also not here for it, but this river wraps around, and the entire
Yeah.
area of the river is stuff we can survey. So as of
Basically,
now, we've
basically
gone,
from the
like-
campsite east and below that is all fair game.
So basically, we've not used like over half of it. Because
Right,
it's not, like,
basically,
really used.
if I can actually ping. Yeah, basically this point in south within the river is all fair game, and you're getting
We can-
around 15
yeah.
gold for it.
We can still. Oh wait, hold on. I want a straight
So-
roller. Where's my straight roller? What?
So we went.
Here we are. We went like this,
Yeah.
and if we go here, we can. Oh shoot!
Finish
How do we
mapping
not?
that out.
How do we not double back on something?
If
Did we go
just
up
You
or
did-
did we go down?
Let's see. Given the current vision cone, you went down because if you
Okay.
went up, you would have more vision.
Shoot. Then we have to double back on something to get this tile
Yeah, so
here.
Plus, you still
we
have to
can
go
just
up and
do
to the
this.
right.
we
So-
we spend one extra
Mm-hmm.
tile of movement.
Sure. It's
So
just
wait
if
a
we
minute.
went up here instead, we could have. Wait, how do I? What in the
So,
world is
we-
going on?
Would you
This
like
is
to
why we were
take
figuring it
control
out.
of the movement?
No, I'm just trying to get the ruler to fucking function. And
No,
like,
I
Okay.
gotcha.
So this route should work.
Yeah.
what is this circle still here? Is that
Someone drew a
me? Why is
template.
it-
Let's get rid of
How do-
that.
how do I get rid of it? There's no way
Ruler,
for me to select it or get rid of it.
ruler, select, delete.
All right, so now how do I set a waypoint down to in order
Control
to
click while
turn?
using the ruler.
Okay, there we go. Well, I lost vision over the middle area when I refreshed my page, so
Also, rations have been subtracted.
So this is kind of the route that we have to go.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
We double back over one hex, but that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So down first.
It is currently the first. It is the second.
Do we prospect?
It is the third.
Are
That
we
hill
prospect
to the
check?
bottom left is also a valid tile, but also you
Oh.
don't need to necessarily go everywhere. It's just the more places you go to, the more the pay is.
Yeah, so we
Mhm.
need to get all of them.
Yeah, very, very
Mhm,
fair.
So if we'll double back once, we can go onto this hill.
Okay. Brainwave. Okay.
I love designing puzzles.
I will once again offer if someone else wants to be in control of this movement. You seem very excited, and I'm very happy for you.
So we
Okay,
went
so-
here. What the? That's not what I clicked. I hate this
So,
tool. Why can't it just be right click? We went here, then we went here, and we went here. This is our current. This is our
Right,
current.
yes,
where
that's
we've
our
been.
current route.
So we should probably start from where we are when we're drawing this BBQ.
Well, no, I'm going off of the start of the Bastion turn.
Well, yeah, but we're here, so.
Well, we're here.
So I know. I'm going off the hexes that we've been to and that we prospected. So if we go with a route of like this, we only lose out on one tile, and we don't have any doubling back.
Well, yeah, we do.
No, we don't. Not on prospected tiles, since we weren't taking the prospecting action earlier.
No, you don't need to
Oh.
do. The prospecting is not required.
I only have 7 tiles to prospect, and I've already done one.
Okay.
It's just about
so-
traveling.
And the
across as
prospecting
many as
isn't what
possible.
gets you money. It's just the
Yeah,
prospecting
this
is separate.
I have us marked as to where we have been already, like where
Okay.
where my
Yeah.
ruler is. I'm just trying to keep it there for you.
Yeah. So if we
Also, that
go
reminds
this
me.
way. Yeah. So if we go upright instead of downright, then we don't have to double back nearly as much.
Well, I don't understand what you're trying to say because you aren't starting from where we are.
I know. Okay, so we were in this tile that is up and left. That was where we were before we moved this turn. So if we go back to where we were at the start of this turn, not turn, but you know what I mean. So if we go here, we were here.
We were up
Yes,
one
we
from
were.
there.
Not. We were up one.
No,
we
we-
went straight down. I have it marked what our path was right now. That was what our path was.
I'm 99% sure that was not our
Nope.
path.
That
I
was
guess
our
I do
path. That
understand.
you just revealed new map area when you went there.
All right, go for it.
What are we doing?
That's the thing. It really doesn't matter. Even if you spend an extra few days, it's like a silver of food.
Okay, so
If you
what's
spend, like, 3
what's
days.
the Lothair, what's the highest point since I'm using my mouse for
This part is the
Okay.
highest point.
okay. And those two are both the highest of the two?
Yep.
Okay.
Those 2 are inclusive.
So we go here, here, here,
Mm,
then here, then here, 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 here. We can go here, here. And if we want,
wait.
then go back.
Okay, so
Just so we can get all of them. It'll take 3 extra days of double back for that. But
There we
if
go.
that is our route,
okay, that was 16 for yours as well.
yes, I believe so. So either one of those.
There we go. Basic boring bedrock has been placed as well.
Okay.
Speaking of, do we want to prospect?
Yes, we're near a river. I would like to prospect. Roll.
Sure.
1d6 plus. Is it still 2?
3, because you're on a mountain
3.
and it's a river. Yay!
Wee.
All right, roll me a D100.
So,
Yippee! 57. That's actually pretty good. Would you mind moving up a tile for me, just so that you're back out of the way?
so that we can put down a thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
You got it.
I'm on ruler.
Let's see. That one is decent. You find some rocks that have a little bit of a luster and a shine to them as you go through and break, and a little bit of metallurgical tinkering later, and you determine that this is a tin deposit.
Ooh. At our current pace, is there an amount that I can?
No, absolutely.
Reasonably get?
You have to gather at, like,
Okay.
you dedicate to gathering over the course of a turn.
Okay. Okay.
It is going to be exceptionally rare for you to just be like, ooh, wow, and like just be
Okay,
able to
okay,
pick it
okay.
up. It's
In
never
which
going to be
case-
loose.
In which case, then we will mark that this exists and sell the information more likely than the ore itself.
Yep.
Especially since it's tin, I don't see a real need to go out of our way to harvest it. At least Rat doesn't.
Yep. That's going on my to-do list, actually making that rollable table in the rollable table section instead of
A D100 that you have to check.
yeah.
Based. All right. So it was. Where was the? I've already
It's-
forgotten what our route was. BBQ. What
It
was
is currently the 3rd,
Oh.
and don't worry about it. Let's just go. It's okay.
So
It is the
you go
4th.
here.
And we are at a river. Is it +3 or +2? What is it?
It's
Plus
+3. Mountains are 2s, rivers are +1.
No way.
That's good enough. Basically, just if it's a mountain river, it's very likely to have something.
Based.
D100, boyo. 72. All right, move off. Back to yeah.
Back to that center style.
That one's decently good. That has some marble on it.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's actually really good.
It's a very fine quality marble.
Hell yeah.
And of course, there's another tile to the right that is technically within range. So there you go.
So here's the real question. Because there's so much river coverage on this one, does it get any other bonuses or no?
Nope.
Probably not.
Okay, that's fair.
It is the
Oh
fifth.
shit.
Yippee! D100, boyo. And then keep moving on. If you want to turn back around because it's that good. Alright.
Mm.
67. That is counterpart to 10. Where
Copper?
are you? There it is.
Copper. I hardly know her.
Copper, I barely know her.
That is 4 rolls.
4, 5, 6.
I have
And it is
3
the
more,
sixth.
right? Or 7?
Then assuming also doing this one.
Mm-hmm. We're just gonna keep going along the river and.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go! Alright.
Nice.
Keep moving.
Yep,
That's
so moving off that one.
Here, no, move forward in our
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our movement.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is up there. That's one of the better options. That is straight up a rather rich iron one.
Ooh.
Nice.
Iron being, one of the better rolls for mundane auras.
Based.
Since we kind of have to spend the remaining 2 charges before the end of the Bastion turn, do you just want to prospect this one as well?
Since we physically can't get to a revert tile before then, I absolutely should. Yes.
It is the 7th. Go for it. +2.
I'm gonna kill it.
A womp
I'm
womp.
going to ultra kill you.
Stinky rock.
Damn.
It's already on our stinky rock, so we get one more. Is this the last day or?
Nope. So right here, where if you go back up into the right where you were,
Mhm.
it is currently the 7th.
Okay, so then 8th, already prospected. 9th.
Was this? How do we get down to those 4 tiles with this direction?
So
8th, right here. Here we go.
I see. I see. Okay. 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 I appreciate it.
Mm.
Thank you for the visualization.
Yep.
So we cross our original path at 3 points, but
It's fine.
Mhm.
All right. Move us on.
Mhm.
9th.
9th.
Come on. Yeah.
Ooh,
Also,
nice.
alright, 62. Yippee! Bro, find some more 10.
Finland. True.
Bro, we could be out here smelting bronze.
Give me just
Honestly, we
a
needed
moment.
another bronze deposit in order to match our 10. Or another copper deposit to match our 10.
And, your roll was a 4 + 3 earlier, right, Tefred? Tefred?
Defrid.
Uh-oh.
Defrid?
That's the
Tefred.
name of the fucking guard in the Fiddlesticks. Tefrid. Tefrid.
It was a 4 on the D8, yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's a score of 7, which is sufficient enough to discover that there is a cave here that gives off a gentle glow as you're looking up at it at night after making camp. Most of the mountains have just been, decently normal, but this one, you look up and you see that, it's actually glowing out with a little bit of a gentle yellow light that peers out into some of the trees on that tall mountainside.
Do we enter in the morning, or do we simply mind our own business and not bother with the glowing cave?
What color is the glow?
Rat looks at you.
Are stupid?
Very
Go in.
gentle yellow.
Is it
It could be a
flickering like
creature
firelight?
that is glowing.
Can leave always.
Does it flicker like firelight, or is it consistent?
It's
glow?
fairly consistent.
Hmm.
Let's line that up, actually.
I wonder what that could be.
Alright. Since we are going in, I will do my level best to keep us safe.
The party rests for the evening of the 9th? 8th. 9th. Yes, 9th.
Ninth, yes.
It is now the 10th. It is the morning of the 10th. You look up, the mountain doesn't seem to have a particular glow, but then again, it didn't have it when you, before you set up for camp that night either. So perhaps it just doesn't show very well in the daytime. You're packing up your things, and everyone is. What is everybody getting ready and prepared for?
Hero is ensuring that he's ready for combat. He's making sure that his focus is on hand, that he has his armor ready, and that his spells are at the forefront of his mind.
Makes sense.
Friend is carving.
Makes sense. Works for me.
I'm pretty much always as ready as I'll ever be, so I don't really have that much to worry about. I'm just kind of enjoying this travel. I haven't really had to do much work.
Fair enough. He's like, I am walking and getting paid.
Very
if I
much.
get a proportional amount, that's like 3 gold just for walking for 2 weeks or
Oh, I
4
love it.
weeks.
Rat is
Jolly.
like mixing up some files and jars, just getting some things prepared, looking at the entrance of the cave.
Makes sense.
Tefrid is making sure he has all of the necessary precautions just lined up or organized in his pack, and making sure his blade is sharp enough just in case anything gets nasty.
Makes sense.
Ooh.
The party makes their way up, and over the course of about an hour and a half, scales that side of the mountain, making sure to safely
How far away is
lead.
that cave?
Making sure to safely lead Molly and Buttercup along with you, before eventually getting to the following scene. As some of the sunlight peers out behind you over your backs into the now mostly darkened cave, you see as up ahead there is a small corridor from which this bright yellow light is gently emanating and very gently flickering. Not quite like a fire, but simply just pulsing up, pulsing down in a very regular and very consistent and very smooth manner. I need to activate the scene instead of go to scene.
Well. If I may, I'd like to cast light on my staff.
Absolutely. What is the radius for that?
I believe it's 20 bright, 40 dim.
20 bright, 40 dim. It has been done.
Can't you cast this from your sheet to get the info?
This token is not connected to my sheet.
It should be.
Isn't this one the one that is?
It is connected to your seat.
I don't have permissions over it.
That's a bit of a problem because this is your sheet.
No.
This is like
Do it.
the main. Do you not have priority over your actual sheet? Hold on.
Well, I can access my token, but the animated sprite I don't have ownership over.
Weird, because I have ownership over my sprite.
I mean,
Hold on.
it's case by case.
Token name Kaio.
Or that rat is moving.
I am going to delete this Kaio and try again.
He is dead. Where did he go?
What about now?
No.
No?
No control.
Where is my Kaio?
I don't
no
know.
control.
I don't know what the difference is. Like you have owner. You know what? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna set you to default. Click OK. Then I'm gonna configure ownership. Set you to owner again. Hit save. What about now?
Still no.
I'm going to go into the token. And I'm gonna set up the prototype token. Link active data is on.
So, am I meant to have me and then a copy of me?
Yeah, the copy of players don't use is the token. Are you able to move that one either?
No.
Okay, it's probably
You
on
know
your
what?
end then.
Yeah, I can move mine.
Tefred, Rat, can you guys make sure?
That rat can move.
Okay.
Yeah.
That rat
That
can
rat
move.
can move.
Tefred? Yeah. Kyle, something's weird on your end.
You're right. I refreshed it. It's fine now.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, let me go in. 40-20? Hey,
Yeah, but I can
dickhead,
actually-
stop moving so I can
Oh.
actually give you light.
Wait, I can do it now that I have access to my sheet.
Okay. Do it. I mean, no.
Right.
So if you do that, that changes the default of the token, not the current token. If you right
What are
click
you-
on the creature, on the token, and then go into settings, you can change the one for the current one.
Oh my god, that's great. Thank you.
Yep, 40-20, there you go.
Whoa, what happened? Oh,
What do you mean, what happened?
nothing. I couldn't see the thing.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, this cave has generally a bit of this purplish and almost limestone-esque stone that carries about the majority of the cave, and through this small crevice that is gently illuminated at the far side of this wall, there's this somewhat yellow, somewhat golden color that spews forth in a regular pattern as each of you round the corner. You decide it's best to keep Molly and Buttercup outside of this entire situation, as you don't know what could be lurking in there.
I've got Missy on guard outside.
And Missy is there to holler if anything dare hurt the precious mules.
Yeah.
It is the party's
I'm going to need
action.
you on the ground for this.
I will take the lead.
Fantastic. I'm gripping tightly with both hands onto my staff. I'm a strong man, but I don't look particularly durable.
Rat has got his goggles off and around his neck for the first time during daytime in a while. He is glad to not have to wear them.
It is rather nice being in this now, mostly dim light, if it weren't for the fact that Kaya was being a bit of a jerk and making it bright enough that it's still slightly uncomfortable anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's kind of grumbling and looking away from where Kaya is.
I'm blind.
Are you coming with us?
I am, in fact.
Alright, friend. As you approach that section of the corridor, you end up going for a little peek around. I'm gonna just put you in a specific spot. I'm gonna put that guy in a situation.
Oh, this is a big map. What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh,
There you go.
shit. Hold on, I
Ooh.
just zoomed out. What the fuck?
There you go, friend. As you get there, you're able to peek through and you're able to see the following. It's up to you to describe it to everyone else.
As I'm peeking around, I put the hand that I'm not using. I put the hand that is not pressed against the cavern corner out in like a stop motion, and I stop peering around and take a few steps back, and speak in a slightly lowered tone. The rest of the cave appears to be open, and there are some goblins on the other side.
Goblin should be no problem.
Rat grins a little bit and kind of jumps up and down, pulling out his strange-looking pipe and making sure everything's good with it as he's kind of almost bouncing with a grin.
Is anti-goblin sick?
I am moving myself as far away from the front of whatever's gonna happen as I can.
If we may, I would like to avoid killing.
I'm comfortable with that.
I don't think I have that amount of control, but I
I'm
do what you
comfortable
can.
regardless of how we decide to proceed here.
And goblin talk, but tribe try goblin talk before. Goblin not want talk.
I'm going to say in Goblin. I didn't know you spoke Goblin.
And in almost as broken goblin as he is in common, he says,
Shut up.
I just
You know-
sigh.
You know the fucking seagull shut? Tefred, you hear a little bit of shuffling from the other side of this doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna crouch. I'm going to attempt to hide, personally.
Understandable.
Oh wow, I'm not good at that. I'm less good at that than I thought I would be.
Can
Whoopsie.
I see Tefred moving to hide right now?
Yes.
We'll see.
Seeing that, Rat is also going to, as he is positioned right now, kind of press up against the wall, lay down with his pipe in front of him, and
You can definitely see him
Try and hide.
attempting to hide.
you can
Sure, he's going to-
definitely see him attempting to hide. That's so good.
That's very
You're always gonna
good.
try this game.
Hmm.
Oh no.
I can also see Hiroi attempting to hide.
Guess I'll snuff out my light so that I'm not a beacon of shining come kill me.
Makes sense.
Also try and hide somewhere. We'll see what I can do
Oh,
here.
fuck.
Well, everyone hides, and it's currently rather dark. Very few of you
Not hiding.
have. Well,
I mean, do we get advantage because it's dark?
well, you would
They have dark vision.
if anything was coming out, but
true.
unfortunately for you, nothing comes out, and about like 6 or 7 minutes pass by.
Rat kind of like tilts his head, like narrows his eyes looking at Tefrid, and kind of like raises his hands like, what's the big idea?
I literally can't see you right now.
Oh, true. Rat doesn't
You're
know
both
that.
too
Rat doesn't know
small.
about anyone but
You
You
himself.
are both too small, yeah. And also,
also
you're on the
can't
wrong
see.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally can't.
Do halflings not have dark vision? Damn.
Nope.
Also,
Shit.
I'd say given where you guys are at, you guys are slightly on opposite sides of the wall, so you probably can't see each other. But given that I didn't map that, that's reasonable. You can see each other.
If I
Well-
peek around the side again, has the situation changed?
Not much. The goblins that you saw are on like a different spot around that pillar, but they're still there.
Okay.
They seem to be having some sort of like communication. They're moving their mouths, and one of them hits the other one over the side of the head, and then the other one hits it back over the side of the head,
Do we go?
and then they continue talking normally.
Rat kind of looks over to Hiraway
If one talk goblin should.
as he kind of gestures towards you, who he knows speaks Goblin much better than he does.
If you would like to converse with them, Hirai, I will be right behind you.
Is Habo Gabo.
That
I'd rather
is
not,
so racist.
The kind of goblins who live out in the wilds like this tend to be odious little creatures.
I see. If we are all ready, then I will enter.
I'll be right behind you.
Strange water wavers seem goblins speak good too.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my light back on because this clearly isn't going the way that I wanted it to. And I would like to be able to see instead of being accosted from the darkness.
Makes sense. So, there you go, Mr. Golden. You take your step inside. Hiroi, are you following, like, pretty much alongside him?
Not alongside, maybe like 5 feet behind.
Okay, then
Right,
you're still like right here then, because
Okay.
even though that's 30 feet away, that's like just the other side of it, given perspective.
Mhm.
Also, Rat is going to be like just peeking around the corner. He's not going to show himself because he still has bad experiences with goblins and doesn't want
Yep,
to
makes sense.
be seen by goblins.
So you're still in the dark, Mr. Golden. What do you do?
It's just like pitch black, basically.
It's very dark. The light sources that you see that you also have not described to the other members of your party are very, very dim. They illuminate themselves and the very nearby area, and that's about it.
I thought I did, but that's okay.
You said you saw goblins.
No, you're right. I'm gonna take the hide action and try and get closer, not in the radius, but like just outside of the radius
All right.
of this one.
You take a few steps forward, which gives Hiroi the opportunity to move right along behind you.
Mm-hmm. And can I? Okay, yeah. I just had a visual bug.
So what are you guys
I'm going-
doing as you enter? Hiroi, what do you do? He's clearly focused on those two and sneaking his way forward a little bit.
I was still gonna do something.
I just wanted to know what he did it since he has entered the scene as well.
Hero is going to follow Friend's lead. He doesn't want to start a fight unless one has already started. He doesn't want to give Friend the impression that he is vicious.
Makes sense. Friend, what do you do?
I'm going to throw a pebble, like just outside of the range of the light here, in front of the one with the dagger.
Okay. You do that, and like both of them skitter over and into the area and start like poking at the ground, and eventually one of them picks up the rock and starts looking around. Are the two of you trying to hide yourselves at all?
I believe I took the hide action, yeah.
Yeah, then you should probably did you roll for that? You should roll for that.
I
Was
will
it
also
stealth?
roll stealth. Yeah.
Alright. Hero, give me a second one.
Alright.
Alright. They very clearly see friend, and in a language that I don't believe friend understands, but I can go ahead and do this.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them begins running as Hero is able to see.
Away or to us?
Can I hear any of
Hero
what's
A
being said?
sees it, but Hero A is not communicating, and Hero A is the only one who's able to see that given the current situation because of his dark vision.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the whole position.
Mm-hmm.
There are currently no goblins within Hero A's sight.
They're going to bring more.
What did they say?
Rockman, run, fight.
Should we prepare an ambush?
Yes, I think that would be suitable.
Let's get the others into this room.
Of note, that means you do need to clear the doorway so that they can begin to enter. Who is entering after Hero A moves out of the doorway?
Rat is peeking around the corner. I would assume that
I think
probably
I
mean
think
both
we're
of them
at
are.
two different levels, peeking at either side.
Well, Kaya, are you going in, or are you just watching as the two of them are both just like Looney Tunesing their heads around the corner?
No, I'm definitely waiting. I was asking, could I hear the goblin that was being spoken?
I'd say give me a perception on it. It's like through a very small corridor that connects to. It's a little awkward. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I am gripping my staff tight, and I'm just going to walk over and kind of whisper to them, it sounds like we're getting ready for a fight. If you'd like to do something, well, now's the time. And I'm going to, again, shut off the light on my staff because I don't want them to see me.
Light on, light off. Light on, light off. Make up your mind.
It makes me nervous. I gotta be ready for whatever's gonna happen.
Hearing that does scurry his way in.
Yeah, and I will follow shortly afterwards.
Yes, I am going to follow. I'm going to follow the sounds of Rat scurrying.
Rat, give me a perception.
You got it, boss. Don't worry, my roll's gonna be shit.
Oof.
It's a neutral. Got it. It smells like fucking goblin everywhere in here, and it is disgusting. It leaves you vile and repulsed.
Rat like retches a little bit as he enters in like a cat that like smelled something bad, and then kind of shakes his head and starts walking.
Remember.
This is where we take the pause as you make your way right here, and Tefrid also enters at that moment.
Yep.
And this is the part where I say, "Hey, let's roll initiative, y'all."
Should I not be in the,
You'll enter momentarily.
Ooh.
Oh, there's some
Where-
things I should have done, but I didn't think about it in time.
Where is rolling initiative on these?
I need to.
So it's on the left, just below your armor class.
That's my walk speed.
Right.
Oh, I
On
see.
the left, just below your. Yeah.
The fact that
You
I'm
get it.
so late might actually be a good thing. I'm glad I'm not in that room.
Fat ass 11 for gaming.
I selected them.
Our
How do
initiatives roll-
I? There we go. That's it. That's what I do.
Golden roll initiative.
Okay.
Our initiatives are just straight up the full-on extremes.
Keep it. Keep
Where
it.
is it?
Keep it symmetrical. God damn it. Oh.
Nice.
Now, why did they get a critical initiative? That's not fair.
Man, it kind of is awful that we can hear the critical sound when it's hidden.
Ooh, that actually does kind of suck.
Did anything happen while I was gone?
Rat stepped in, and fighting is starting.
Are we all still at the entrance then?
Close
Pretty
to it,
much,
at
yeah.
least.
Kaio's on just the other side of it, and everyone else is just on this side of it.
Okay.
So, combat starts off with stinky little goblin, as Rat barely is able to hear it as he moves his way out from some of the stones behind him, taking off some of the covering. As he goes for a little shanker on the boy. Does Rat have any actions that he can take as defenses, or?
Most of those are reaction-based things, so it would be what's happening first. And he might not
he
even
is
have
stabbing
any
you.
Does it hit?
Well,
Yep.
yeah, that
So-
hits.
It sure
Good
sounds
start
like it
to-
hit.
Good start to the campaign. Does Rat have anything to do he can do when it hits?
action. No, you can't. You can't when it. Like, you can't reduce the. You can't not get hit.
Yeah,
by
a crit hits.
Well, okay. Yeah,
Uh,
And
a
anything
crit
that
hit.
reduces damage always reduces damage after you roll the damage. So like you
Yeah.
do the thing. And
yeah,
I
I
will
rolled
say,
the damage. You take
Yeah,
8 damage.
Youch.
From a critical hit, that's not so bad.
It's
That is
Boy, I
awesome.
not
can't
great.
see shit.
Yeah, Tefrid, you hear as Rat gets stabbed, and Rat goes. So everybody's entering the cave, and then all of a sudden, Rat just goes, ah!
Are they attacking?
Yeah.
Hero.
So even if we can't see them, the people without dark vision, they still have a sense of where people are, right?
Not exactly. Not unless they choose to light up the place.
With what?
Torches,
Kyle.
spells, other creative solutions, temporary, gunshots, those sorts of things.
Yep, I have all of those.
You're right. It is your turn, by the way.
Yep. So, Hero is going to take a stance with his sword, kind of thumbing the white striated onyx in its scabbard, and strike while unsheathing it, which looses a blade of ice at the goblin. Doing,
That is a hit.
doing 4 damage to the goblin.
I'm
And-
going to select the goblin and
Mhm.
press the button. Aha! It works. Superb.
And then he is going to use his bonus action to give Rat a Fey Gift of Hospitality.
Describe.
No, I don't think I will.
Well, then it doesn't. Then nothing happens if you don't. This is an
Oh
anime.
damn, you're helping happen.
You have to describe what you're doing
Nope.
if it's gonna happen.
Nope. And then he's going to move back here after giving Rat advantage and 1 THP, and himself the THP.
Gotcha.
Oh, 3 THP, my bad. It is 3, because it's 1d6 plus PB.
Right? Have you added your 1 or 3 THP?
This is one of those situations where in this new engine, I do not know where to add THP.
Oh, it is directly to the right of the HP bar. It's that blue number.
I see. Okay.
This is
Based. Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay.
This is where I press a button. Alright, it has been done. Mr. Golden, it is your turn.
Do I know, like, approximately where Rat is standing?
You know that he's behind you.
Since I heard him, like, yell in pain.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that...
by the door.
Okay. So if I
And-
step...
Presumably the goblin would have also been lit up briefly by the Ray of Frost.
Yeah, that's fair. Since
I didn't see that
Right here.
visually, so
Yeah,
I can't...
it's-
Okay.
yeah.
Can I undo my 5 feet
Yes.
right then? Okay.
you
So I will move...
bump into a small amount of rocks and also Rat.
Okay.
Parentheses, it's dark.
Am I on his tile? Because I actually can't
Yeah,
see.
you are.
You are on Rat's
Okay.
tile, as well as on rock, some bumpy
Yeah.
rocks as rough terrain.
I'm going to stand over him and take the ready action, and the trigger will be if another goblin tries to shank him.
Makes sense. A good choice. This one. This one. Rat, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. I can see. Oh, I did not mean to ping. My bad. Don't want to do any spoilers for people who can't see.
That's what calling out is for. Woohoo!
Okay, we run. Rat is going to come over here, I assume taking the up attack.
Yes. Which means that first let's do that. I'm just gonna leave this one open for now while I do that. That is a miss.
Yippee!
All right.
Mr. Golden, go ahead and give me an attack with disadvantage.
You hear Rat scurry underneath your feet and
Disadvantage.
some steps.
It is control.
and then clicking it.
Control click? Okay. Where's the damage? Where's the attack roll?
The attack roll is 7 plus your bonus, so that would be an 11 to hit.
I mean, like
wait,
in the chat, there's no
not
numbers
there in
coming
the chat.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a
weird.
7 though, which becomes a mess even with those modifiers.
Oh, you can see the roll because I can't.
Well, no, I saw
just
the
saw the
roll. I just saw the dice roll. We'll
Mhm.
fix that
Oh,
later.
Okay. Yep.
For now, we'll just have to pay attention.
Mhm.
So, Rat has successfully evaded the strike.
Okay. Then Rat is going to look over to deeper in the cave, squint his eyes, and go more as he shakes a bottle vigorously and tosses it at this goblin, casting. Oh, hold on.
Quote unquote casting.
Yeah, quote unquote casting. Fairy fire.
That'll do it. Alright, I have two things that I gotta do here. First, I do this. And then how do you think a good way to represent that is? Do I just go to appearance, tint color? No.
They would be glowing in the dark now too. So something that
Does it
makes
give
them
a
visible.
duration, distance? Okay, yes.
10
10
foot
foot. Okay.
dim light.
10 foot dim. Can I select all of them? Hold on.
Ooh, looks like you could there for a second.
Yeah.
Well, it is a save.
Yes, but for some things it's not. Because,
I
you know.
see.
Anyway, continue going with your turn. I will do those in for a moment.
Well, the effects of whether or not I can see certain ones
Gotcha.
does change what I do, right?
Dex, okay. There you go. It's good, and bad. Okay. I will apply to these 3 goobers. What was your save number?
13.
13.
That's the
Okay.
save.
Hopefully I can change it to all of them at once.
I also don't know how to get rid of the template.
That's okay. I can get rid of the template. Damn, it sucks that you can't. It seems that shift clicking does not let you put it on all of them, but either way. This is the last one. Go ahead and start stating your action.
All right, so I move 5.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa!
That is not
Glowy.
that is not the plan.
Bada-bee, bada-bye.
There we go. Those 3 are now glowing.
Rat is going to finish by moving over to this wall. Wait, what can I... Pretty please, can I move there? Oh, no, I'm measuring. I'm brain dead. No, I'm not moving. What's going on? Okay, one... Why can't I move by dragging him? What's going on? Okay, it's working now. That was so weird.
There you go. 20. A few spike traps that had previously been hidden are also revealed by the fairy fire.
Based. And he's going to go prone.
Gotcha, makes sense. Next up is this one. Which one's this one? David. Shepherd.
Albatross?
all right. I'm here. I can't. Just to be clear, because this feature of Fairy Fire has quite literally never been useful to me. I can see all those creatures right now.
Yeah, they are lit up.
Okay.
They are glowing. Not only can you see those creatures, you can see all the creatures near them because they're glowing.
Mm-hmm.
As well as near those spike traps because they were objects within the area.
Yeah. Are those spike traps acting as cover for that goblin right there?
No.
Okay, then I am going to pull out my short bow. This is a question I should have asked much earlier in the campaign, but it didn't occur to me until just now. We are tracking ammo, correct?
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Very critical that we do.
Oh, advantage if you're attacking one of the orange dot ones.
Which that is.
What is
Yo.
Look
the,
at that.
Hell
what does
yeah.
the
Really
red
big
dot
thing.
signify?
That's one of the fairy fire targets right now.
So you need to roll
The
another
red?
dice.
The
Or the
orange
orange?
ones.
Orange dots.
Yeah, those are the ones that he
Oh,
is
don't apply the damage to yourself.
dumb fuck.
Yeah, don't. You do need to roll another damage die though, because you can't.
Yeah, wait, what? Okay.
There you go. You've been healed.
Yeah, I don't know why that was hurting me.
It's
Because
just the
Foundry is a little bit funny.
Yeah, the
sometimes.
new
The
system
plugin doesn't work.
doesn't actually. Well, it's not a plugin. That's baseline.
Oh my god.
You just it's just that you can't actually select
No,
the
don't roll again.
opponents.
Well,
I
you
don't
rolled
know if
another.
I like this
Very good.
better than the
Alright.
old version.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
Boop. He is taking his damage.
cool.
He is the deader.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy.
Shit.
And then I'm going to, I'm going to like pass around with my bow. Is there any like solid cover near me?
I mean, there's
Oh, wait.
like the mushrooms count as cover.
Yeah, but that's also lit up.
Hold on one moment.
doesn't
You
matter.
had an extra 2d6 on that damage because sneak attack because you had advantage.
Oh my god, you're so fucking right.
So
I'm
that
a
is something
rogue.
important to note next time. He still died in one shot, so it doesn't make a difference.
He's
Yeah,
even
okay.
more dead.
Uh-huh. Right,
Also,
I have to actually set up sneak attack to apply because for some reason
Just-
sneak attack isn't a.
we can do that. You can
Just
do that.
by the
off
way,
turn.
Yeah.
Tefred, they attacked Rat in the dark, so
They do have
in
dark
the
vision.
light may not probably isn't.
All right. In that case, I'm going to scurry down to here.
All right. That is 3/4 cover for you because you're a small guy.
Fantastic. Oh my god, it feels so good to have cover matter.
I know. I fucking love cover, and I'm sad I didn't use it much in the other campaign. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. He does a little glooba gooba dooba and takes a shot at the hero.
Mhm.
Which is, I believe, a miss. Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay.
And then he scurries back a little bit. Hey, wait. Let's see. There's one more shot coming at Hero.
Mhm.
Another arrow blasts through the air, doing a very sizable chunk of damage of 7.
What's the to hit? Because I can potentially use Moonlight Aegis to.
Is that one that do you know what the hit is, or do you just know that it does?
When
or
you are
doesn't?
another creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack roll.
Yeah, you know that you are hit by it.
Well, that feature's useless.
Why is that?
That would. Okay.
What
Does
does the
it
feature
miss on a
do?
16? You grant a bonus to target's AC equal to your proficiency bonus against that attack roll, potentially causing it to miss. Notably, it does not say you do not before the result is revealed because it's
Gotcha.
hit
Okay,
by an attack roll.
got it. It is a 17.
Okay, that would not help then.
Okay. I
Okay,
wasn't
how
sure
much
which
damage?
one was the baseline. 7 damage.
Okay, so I take 4 actually, but because I had that THP. Whoa!
That
Okay,
is
there we go.
definitely more than 7.
700.
Most of you are able to see as a goblin with a small little staff walks up, swirls it around a little, and bonks on the back of this big boy's head. A gentle blue aura that is not too dissimilar to the blue aura he already has gets put on him.
I know visually he's bigger, but is he also a small creature?
He is still a small creature, but he is also bigger.
I see.
Mr. Rat. A gobbo walks up behind you and
Oh,
tries
myself.
giving you a stabbing. That is a 20, which hits a 14 for 6 damage, unless you have an action.
Nope.
Alright.
Jesus Christ. Appearing from the walls.
Those 2 of them were sneaking on the other side of the doorway.
Tapping in the shadows.
Both for fucking Rat.
Well, you are a kobold.
It's true.
I gotta stop accidentally pinging. This one takes a big running jump and jumps over this area in a way that even for humans would seem superhuman, as he as this blue trail echoes behind him as he makes the leap as a result of the magic that has been infused to him as he runs forward to smack Albatross. And misses.
Okay.
Kaio, you enter the scene. There you go. I probably should have moved you in earlier and just said you were on the other side of the wall.
I mean, that's fine.
It is your turn.
Great. So I can see a couple of goblins, not a whole bunch of them. This one that's doing the shimmy over here, that picture that I see in the status icon, is that Fairy Fire?
No, it is not.
Oh.
He
Do I
does have
see
Fairy
any-
Fire, but he also has a different blue aura around him as well.
Well, I don't love it. Do I see any of the goblins that have Fairy Fire? Nothing.
Well, he also does have Fairy Fire. All of the you see how that goblin plus 2 others have that blue circle around them, the gentle illumination.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is?
Yep, that's the Fairy Fire.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to target this little person over here with the bow, and I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
Which that one got it. Okay.
Yeah. So verbal and somatic. This is words in primordial as I circle my hands around, reach back, and then thrust forward. And you see it start issuing forth just like a fish that then fades into nothingness and appears by them and tries to chomp onto them. So let's see what I get. Oy, it's not very good.
Oh, that's a scam. On mine, that went up to the top right, and it was basically a 16, not a 3.
Yeah, that was the same one.
Well, it's an advantage, so it's a 19 at least.
That is. And you see how it says it hits? Is that
Yeah,
3 damage accurate?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that, so that's my
Point.
3
He has
damage.
taken his 3 damage.
And there's just an ethereal fish clamped onto his shoulder. That's my turn.
Back to top. This goblin is a little scared, and it's gonna move over here, try to stab friend of Mythil, and then uses his bonus action to disengage and run away. He does his stab, which is an exact hit. For 7 damage, which I just dealt to the
To
creature.
the gobble.
And he runs away. Hey! Hero.
Well, it falls to me. Hero is going to kind of drag his left hand along the hilt of his blade as a blue and purple ribbon of light extends from the hilt. And he is going to move up to this goblin and cast a certain spell.
So that's 12 or a half on a save?
Yep,
Alright, well,
and that's the measured template.
luckily,
As he
don't have to roll for him.
as unsheathing the sword this time causes the a sheet of ice to collapse into the ground and spikes of ice jut up from the area affected by the spell.
That one takes 6.
It is con saves, not dex saves, by the way.
Yeah, I'm clicking con.
Okay. Yep. Just want to make sure.
And your save number right now is
13.
13, okay. Yeah, that is very relevant because there are a lot of them that are right there at it. Also, I need to do an additional quarter because I only pressed 3 on him. He needs 1. And then we are good to proceed.
Let me delete the template. Oh, there
He
we
has
go.
successfully geeked the mage.
Good. All right, that was bonus action. I was right here, so that is
The secondary blue ore surrounding the one that ran in has disappeared.
okay. And Hero is going to make use of the extended movement from Blade Song to skedaddle.
He's a skedaddler. Mr. Golgan.
I am going to. That's 10 feet. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get a little spicy here. First action,
First action.
bonus. Why did that roll a 5?
Oh, because
I
it adds a bonus damage when you're.
Oh, you're right.
in Giant's
Okay, well,
Might.
I use the feature,
Yep,
first of all.
you are bigger. You are bigger right now, right?
No.
No, okay. Never mind. Wait, if you're using the feature, doesn't that mean that you become large? Isn't
Yep.
that what that
Yes.
feature says? Yeah, so you become bigger. Why did you say no, you you jerk?
Because I'm not visually bigger yet. Now I am.
Yeah, I'm
Now I'm
not.
bigger.
I'm not
Well, a large
asking if
creature.
if your character's bigger. I know if your character's bigger. I can see your character. I'm asking
Large
what the
also
feature does.
isn't 2x2.
Bad articulation.
Oh, larger than
anyways.
2x2? Never
Huge,
mind.
huge is 2x2.
No,
Okay.
huge is 3x3.
Oh.
Large is 2x2.
Okay, I'm bigger. Anyways.
Yep.
Can I move my character?
Here comes the boy.
What about now?
Yes.
I could just see his eye peering
I
out
can't
in the
move my
darkness.
character, but you can, I guess.
Refresh the page, Golden.
Golden, you're on the ruler tool.
Oh,
True and real.
It's okay. We're figuring it
Technical
out. We're figuring
glitches.
it out.
We're figuring Foundry out.
Professional player, by the way. Okay, I move, and I make a grapple
The
check,
goblin
and
looks up at you like the scene from the blue one where it's the the guy looking up.
I have
Yep.
a question for you. How tall is the ceiling here?
Tall enough.
Okay.
I totally took that into
This is that
account.
goblin right now.
So, anyways, I'm making a grapple check against the leader, is what I'm assuming he is. What's the keybind for advantage?
A shit.
Control. Wait, no, shift. He's probably dead. Roll your
Oh,
damage.
he's grappled. I'm not
never mind.
damaging. I'm grappling.
Okay, he's grappled. He grappled. Oops.
Okay. And before I end my turn, I'm going to put the front end of my great club down in front of Rat and look down at him and just say, "Climb."
Ooh.
Ooh. Very stylish, actually. Speaking of, it's Dead Goblin's turn. Dead Goblins don't do much. Let's see. Which one would this one think is the most vulnerable right now? It's probably gonna shoot Kyle.
It is correct. I'm very vulnerable.
Yeah. I'm very vulnerable right now if any goblin archers wanted to take advantage of me.
Hey!
You take 7 damage, which I deal to you for you.
Oh no. Yeah.
I take that was not lower than an 11.
It
My
was
AC
not.
is 9.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was asking if it was lower than 11, because Moonlight Aegis adds 2.
He's got a slide icon. Now he's got the grabby hand.
Dead goblins do not act. It is Rat's turn.
All right, Rat is going to follow Friend's suggestion and climb up Friend's club onto his shoulder, if that is possible.
Yep, it takes about 8 or 9 feet of movement, and I believe you as a kobold have a thing for scurrying, right?
I don't know mechanically.
Okay, then it
But,
probably takes you 30 feet of movement to do that, because
I'm not moving anymore this turn, so I don't care.
Yeah, okay, you're on his shoulder.
So am I, for all intents and purposes, even though I'm technically like 2-dimensionally within 5 feet, not within 5 feet for ranged combat of the goblins down there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Also,
But
like,
my friends
physically
are
where you
within
are-
5 feet.
Physically, where you are right now, you're also
Okay.
not within 5 feet of it, so...
Also, the
friends
chieftain
are.
is grappled in my other hand.
I already get an
Is
advantage
it lifted
if you're
off the
within 5
ground,
feet,
or is
though,
it? Are
so.
you just like kind
And
of like?
you also have advantage because I gave you the help action previously
And
with
also,
Vegas.
I have advantage because they're fairy fired.
And
That is
also,
true.
that goblin is screaming.
All right.
This has nothing to do with advantage. It is just very funny.
In which case, the seeing things happen across the battlefield, Rat is going to basically full 180 his attention, line up his sights, and I don't know if you can see who I'm targeting.
I can. Yep.
The
This boy.
the kobold or the goblin who Kaio shot, a loud bam goes off.
He's dead! He goes,
Can't help but notice
I
there's
don't
been a
know
lot
if
of
it played
killing
earlier,
going
but I
on.
was not expecting the gunshot noise to play.
he goes, and like the arrow falls over the side of that small cliff face down onto the area below.
It's like a chunk of his shoulder gets blown clean off, as I assume the cavern kind of lights up for a flash for a
Oh
moment.
yeah, I was intending to actually do that, believe it or not. I had that for a thing. Let's do it.
Flashbang out.
Transitioning to daylight did not do what I thought it would do, so I'm going to do this instead.
Oh,
As it goes,
Whoa!
boom, and the entire area is lit up.
Damn, I didn't make use of any of that.
Don't worry, there's basically nothing that you couldn't see that you could see as a result of it. Very, very
Well, that's
little.
good.
Is that all?
I think so, yeah.
This one runs over, saw Knack just did what he did, and lines up his bow, and then continues running away.
Yeah.
Tafford, it's
Smart
your
choice.
turn. It's the Tefster's turn.
Yes, I am going to take. Now,
And-
again, I have a question about how a friend is grappling this goblin. Does he like have him lifted up in the air, dangling, or do you just like put your hand down and like grab him by the head? And it's like when you got a
Okay,
short guy in
so-
front of you.
So he's a small creature, and I'm a
Yeah.
large creature, so
Correct.
I probably have his entire body in my hand, and he is nowhere near you.
He is equipped.
He's like,
just-
He's equipped. What's
Just-
your weapon,
can I-
he is
goblin?
being worn or carried.
Is my initiative close enough to Tefrid's that I can talk to Tefrid on Tefrid's turn?
Easily.
Just a quick thing.
Yeah.
No kill big, neat secret teller.
Wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, you can, if you need to, you can easily run underneath it without an opportunity
Perfect.
attack.
And I can scurry underneath friend because of halfling.
Ooh, size
Well, not just
categories.
because of halfling. Even if you were normal
Oh,
size,
right.
you could scurry under him.
That's true. I'm having trouble targeting the halfling under friend.
That's understandable.
Sorry, the goblin under
The goblin,
friend.
yeah.
Target this goblin here
Okay.
because they are the same.
Statistically,
Which goblin where?
The
next
dead
to the
goblin.
quick traps.
Dead goblin? Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to be swinging. I'm using the not sharp edge of my blade. I'm trying to basically just brain him.
Makes sense.
Ah,
try
yes,
to knock him
the
out.
goblin lobotomy.
The lobotomy? Fuck. That could have come out better. That's probably a better veteran text.
I need to figure out how to turn off the auto zoom because that's screwing up my
That's a miss. That's a definite miss.
Yeah, that's a
It's
miss.
lobotomy.
Yeah.
Gobbotomy.
Legobamy. That's it.
Ooh, true.
Ooh.
There we go. That's definitely a miss, and that is going to be my turn, I think. I feel safe over here.
Yeah, and it shoots over at generally at Mithril and or Rat, which I'm first going to figure out which of the two it's doing. 3/4 chance it's aiming at Friend, and it's aiming at Rat.
Oh.
Epic.
Incredible.
Can I be nitpicky for a second?
What?
Can Rat get half cover because of my head?
Honestly, yeah, that's a miss. It hits him. It hits you instead. I
Awesome.
believe a 15 misses you.
Yes, my AC is 17.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes. It shoots on. It shoots into the cloth next to your head area, and it impales itself there. And then it continues running the fuck
Haste.
away. The one next to Tefred, as the blade of the back end of the Kopash just slid down his shoulder, goes and says a few words in Goblin that, even as somebody who doesn't speak Goblin, is clearly just him trying to be very, very angry with you.
It's very rude, sir.
Which is a 14 out of over 14 for you, Mr. Hero. It is a 14 of a 14 needed.
I see 17.
Yeah, we are attacking Tefred.
Oh. I am not adjacent to Tefred.
Ah, okay, that's the condition. Got it. Tefred, you take 7 damage. Boink.
Oi.
And I'm definitely not burning a spell slot on silvery barbs right now.
Fair enough. And then it looks up at friend next to it, thinks about running, and then realizes, wait a second, I can run, because it actually thinks about it for a second. What it can't do is be selected. So it does this and then runs between your legs after taking the disengage as a bonus
disengage
action.
Okay.
Because it's a gobbo.
Oh yeah.
Ah, bro.
That one does that. Big guy struggles. What are the specific conditions for grapple with the one you're using? Just normal?
Yeah. It's my athletics against his athletics or acrobatics.
And he uses his action to try to break free?
I believe so, yeah.
And he does not have disadvantage on attacks against you?
I'm not sure about that.
No,
I think that's restrained.
it's just normal grappled.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is gonna try to... He is not trying to break free. Lucky for you. He is just going to slice at you twice. And the second one is a crit. He just goes... and swings a bunch of times. Most of them just end up deflecting off of some of your armor, but then one of them he actually like slices onto your hand and deals 9 damage to you. Kaio, it's your go.
Right, yeah. I... Seems like the goblins are fleeing.
Do I
but
need to
don't
do
really know-
damage to you, Golden, or are you gonna mark it?
Got it. I got it.
Okay.
Man, I just take my staff, pound it on the ground, say a word in Celestial, and radiant light showers down from on high on the goblin here that is fleeing. That's a dex save, please.
Sure thing.
Oh, he's just like me for real, for real. That was the one I was going to try and kill.
Huh.
That it's an 11.
Okay, DC's 13, so you take 8 radiant damage.
It explodes of light.
I'm helping. I'm helping. That's my turn. Oh, actually, can I get this one to make? How far is it from me? Can I get this one to make a strength save?
Ah!
It explodes of light as it goes.
Oh, are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's dead.
Oh, it's dead. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, all those
Perfect.
skulls are it being dead.
Nice. I've got nothing to do. I'm chilling. Thank you.
He's being chilling.
Being chilling.
Sorry.
It is Hiroe's turn.
All right, so Hero is going to move up, and once more he's going to cast Ray of Frost at that one remaining living archer. 17 hit.
That is death.
Okay.
It slowly leans backwards as it gets hit, like it's being shoved backwards, and it just freezes over as it does so.
All right. Is everyone good?
As he says that, the goblin in Friend of Mithril's arm is still going and swinging at him.
I attempt to disarm him.
Yeah, if Hiroe has no other actions on his turn.
Nope.
All right. Go for it.
Yeah.
Just a flat d20.
Are we so based on what's still in? Are we mostly are Rat and Friend in the same initiative block?
Yeah, I will say the other ones have currently fled at current initiative. I will simply press that, like, ignore everyone who is not a PC or.
Okay, if that's the case, is it all right if Rat help actions is disarming?
Yeah. The only question I have is, are y'all like running in to try to chase them right now, or are you going to take a moment and recuperate?
I think, at least the way Rat sees it, is Rat wants to interrogate this fucking bastard while we're here and not just run in.
I just want to know if
blind.
I should move them or not out of initiative. Because if any of you are continuing to chase down, I need to move them on their specific initiatives.
I'm not pursuing.
I'm not currently pursuing.
Kaya?
Like I said, I'm just chilling.
All
Seems
right,
like
they have been
things
moved.
work for me. I have an arrow in my gut, but I think the person that did it is dead, so I'm happy.
Rat has 2 shank wounds in each of his sides.
Hey, symmetrical.
What is the roll to disarm? Is it a flat d20?
For now, we're figuring it out. No, theoretically, you shouldn't be able to, but I think it's cool, so.
Okay.
And I'm helping, so advantage.
Yep.
Rat is kind of like half climbing down one of your arms and is like pointing and poking his empty gun in his face to try and psych him out.
It like stabs at your gun and slashes it, giving it a few like a few cuts into the gun, giving it just a few slices, and then eventually like you just push the blade off, and he's thrashing and begins like punching at like him.
Rat, do you need healing?
Rat nods a couple of times, but then looks over and says in Goblin,
Surrender or head boom.
Head boom, good for War God.
Oh no.
Head boom slow.
It's suddenly in a much more reasonable tone of voice. Head boom, slow bad for War God.
Rat nods a couple of times.
Weird water man, come talkie.
In common again.
Oh, it's not my turn. I can't.
Out of initiative.
We have to end initiative.
Fantastic.
Okay, there we go.
Fantastic. I will come join. I'm nothing if not a showboat, so I will cast Thaumaturgy to increase the sound of my voice to a boom 3 times as loud and say, "You listen to what he says, or it will end very poorly for you."
A bunch of dust begins to fall from the ceiling as you do so. As the entire cave rattles with it. A few rocks fall on the other side. He reacts, generally afraid to the thing, but does not give a specific statement.
I wasn't sure. What did you want from him? I'm sorry.
Rat kind of is just kind of like stupefied, like, come the fuck on. Look at you, and then looks back at Gabo. Looks back at the goblin.
Gabo show where secret stash
As he kind of rubs his hands together.
and all trap place.
Yes, that. Where do you keep all your stuff?
Did Rat say that in Goblin or in Common?
He did say that in Goblin. That is my
Okay.
bad for not specifying.
But Kaio can understand Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just wanted to know if the Goblin understood it or not. I go, trap place, no on left, stick left, all good left wall.
Does that
And
sound
stash.
true?
Yes, it sounds true. He is scared shitless right now. And then in terms to stash, no stash have, stash find here. Stash place later. One goblins get.
So you're new here then?
It tries very slipperily to get out of its binds again. It's gonna try doing it after having had a bit of time to not do it, and it starts screaming its way out. Go ahead and give me your athletics roll, Gold.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
It's enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His acrobatics was that bad?
I believe a 6 and 6 ties, right? A tie means that you maintain it.
It's a meets
Yeah.
and beats it.
I'm not sure.
Well, meets beats, but the thing is that a grapple is an offensive action.
Ooh,
If I'm
Oh,
not
very
mistaken.
true.
so roll off.
No, I'd say since like meets
Well,
beats means.
If it's equal, then higher modifier typically wins. So
Oh, then that's also true for
because
mythical. Either
if
way.
they are
Regardless of
rolling
which
against
way
each
we
other,
roll
yeah.
it, it goes to
Actually,
mythical,
wait,
and so we can
wait,
just talk
wait.
about it later.
I rolled that without advantage. I'm giant mighted, so I
Oh,
have
yeah.
advantage.
Oh, yeah.
so-
Yeah. So for 3 different reasons.
Yeah, okay.
If that rolled a 20, that would have been funny.
He would
Squeesh.
probably die.
Damn.
Well, I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just trying
Well,
to.
you try to hold on to him so hard he would not.
Yeah.
That's not. Whatever.
Rat kind of pokes him with the barrel of his empty gun again.
No escape. Run when done.
In Goblin.
Out of curiosity, I'd like to kind of walk over to one of these deceased goblins and see if they've got anything interesting that they're carrying with them. Is it just
Oh, you will
scrap?
be rolling a loot check at the end of combat.
Oh, I thought we were done with combat.
Well, at
Oh,
the
how
end
did
of
the loot-
excuse me, at the end of encounter.
Interesting.
Tell
Whenever
me,
you are
how
done
did-
with this scene, we will determine how many loot checks you get.
Tell me, how did you and yours arrive here? Where did you come from? Why are you here? How long have you been here?
Mountain to mountain. Dig thing, find thing. Scout, find door. Door good, door hard.
You were sent to find something. Interesting. Have you found it yet?
It shakes its head, yes. Door hard,
Show
door
us.
hard.
Show us.
It points to the
tricks.
left. And reiterates, stick left, stick left.
Come here so I can heal you.
Rat's gonna scurry down.
I imagine Rat probably just jumps from friend's shoulder to hero is.
I love how perfectly Rat fits in that corner of Heroes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I tried getting it to around those sizes, is to try to allow it to happen. It just works.
Yeah.
Rat nods a couple of times at Hiroi, pats him on the head.
Good try, good try.
As he starts pulling out some of his herbal kits and starts treating his own wound.
I hate
It
using
should
this.
help a bit.
I hate using this spell this way. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself. Okay.
That is a triangle.
It's better than nothing. Oh, actually, it's not bad at all. I'm just 3 away from max.
Right. We are going to find the store, and if there are any tricks, then you will die a most inglorious death.
Rat of many, big poison and booms for slow.
Gulp.
Call off the others.
I will bring him with me.
Before we
yells.
get going,
It yells some words.
Yes, Shepard?
I am going to. I'd like to shave, like, let's say, like a 6-inch chunk of this mushroom off. Does it still glow in my hand, or does it only glow when it's on the
So
mushroom?
here's the thing: you don't get to find that out, because as you go to cut it off, your blade just kind of slides along it, and then you go and touch it, and it is exceptionally hard.
Oh,
It is not a soft mushroom.
Mushroom.
I was
You
not
do,
expecting
however,
that at
have
all.
a hammer if you choose to.
Yeah, I'll try to smack off a piece.
Yep,
Glowstone.
you end up getting a 1 encumbrance piece from this, just snapping it off, and it glows much dimmer than it does with all of them together, but it still glows. It's probable that just the action of all of them being together just leads to a summation of a glow.
How? Okay, so not very bright at all is what you're telling
Yeah,
me.
I'd probably say like 3 foot dim.
Gotcha.
It's better than nothing.
Glow shroom. Glow shroom parentheses hard. There we go. Weight 1.
And of course, that's if you choose to only take that one part. You can
Oh, we're moving. We can get this on the way out.
one encumbrant.
There's no
immediately
fucking way.
over encumbered.
There's no
Yup,
way.
you were at 39 out of 40, and that put, or 39.1 out of 40, and that puts you at 40.1 out of 40. You are now slightly over encumbered. Get fucked.
Skyrim.
Should have buffed strength. Like
Should have
I
left
did.
those water skins with the caravan.
Hold on, let me eat 40 cabbages really quick.
Or unironically, leave like half of your arrows with the caravan, that sort of thing. You probably
Yeah.
don't need to carry all of them on you at one
Originally,
time.
some stuff with me. I still have
Can
a fair bit
I
of encumbrance left.
retroactively say that I've got only like 6 arrows, like less arrows on me?
Yeah.
Rat
Thank
is
you.
reloading as we are pathing and coming.
Yeah,
That's
Rat has
really
reload.
funny. I did not realize I had that little carry weight capacity.
Well, no. That's just until you're lightly encumbered. You have 120, but at 40 you start to get slowed.
Okay. Well, that's not good with 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
No.
Simply don't have 25 feet of movement.
Mm.
Wait, why did I? Hold
Yeah,
on.
imagine not having 40
Someone
feet
doubled my
movement.
arrow count. Hold on.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So you had 19. Let's put it down to 9. Let's say you,
Okay. 10 arrows at the caravan. Perfect.
yeah.
Cool.
Which puts you at just under it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right.
So what were the rest of you saying?
I was gonna say, if Tepford needs me to carry a couple things, I have a bit of space in my bag.
I'll just give you the glow shroom.
Are you sure? Wouldn't it
the
be
rest
better
of
for
the
you to have
stuff
that?
isn't like It's stuff I can part with.
All right.
Waterman, stay left.
Rat yells ahead in the cavern.
Hmm.
Was I not doing that?
You are
Keep
in
to this wall.
middle, stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Other left.
Is this not the right? Hold on. I guess from our angle.
The wall is to our left.
Oh yeah.
It tells Fred, it yells out stop, stop, but Friend doesn't understand that, so he still takes a few more words, and
Friend,
then the rest
stop,
of you
stop,
communicate.
stop.
Yeah. He points up here to Trap and points it out for you.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, yes, I can see it.
Which provides problem because Friend big. And also Friend is probably just about to become ungiant.
So there's no problem.
Yeah.
And
I love the
as he
shrink animation.
as he shrinks, he puts the leader down.
It is still scared and it takes a few steps backwards, but it's not running away.
He simply points forward.
It looks at Rat instead of at Kyle. No hurt family.
Rat kind of stops for a second, narrows his eyes.
No hurt family or no help.
Rat
That sounds
nods.
agreeable to me.
Rat looks over.
Hey,
Not
can you
talk
understand
to
them?
Wait, can you understand Goblin?
Oh shit! No, I can't fucking. No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Rat narrows his eyes.
Okay.
Tefred, are you killing the hostage?
Fuck no! I accidentally hit one on my keyboard.
And it's just like, yeah, no, I think that sounds very reasonable. We should not kill them, and then just stabs him in the fucking back.
Tefred, are you killing the hostage? Yes, Giga Chad dog gift.
Woo! Holy shit!
No.
I just got some fucking nostalgia to one of my earliest D&D campaigns where like we went up, we took a hostage, and then one of our other players was like, "Yeah, but they're a bad guy," and shot them with a fucking arrow.
God bless.
Just like
Damn.
unironically though.
Rat looks at the goblin, drops a little bit of his sneer, and goes,
Okay. No kill family. No hurt family.
It also looks at Hiroe.
You have my word.
I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of assuming we've made a very scared new friend.
It
"Friend is an
points-
exaggeration."
It points ahead
Yeah.
again and reveals up here that there's a few more spikes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a cool looking thingy, McGummin.
Is this exceptional? I assume that it is because you have it as a sprite.
I mean, yeah.
Where's
That's
the
a
trap
neat
tile?
what the who's it?
All right, Rat notes that.
Holy shit.
There's a lot of things that I have here as unique sprites across all of these areas, but
Mhm.
it was also a very diversified pack.
Mm-hmm. Rat looks ahead and can see into the darkness and kind of just gives a big like wave.
It runs over to the rest of the goblins and just jumps in the middle of them and hugs some of them. They are all huddled in a corner, whispering to each other. What few words you're able to pick up are essentially, just let the giants be, they'll leave.
What's up with the crystals?
Whoa!
That is entirely for you to figure out. What you see is what there is.
Rat is excited and gets off of Hyrule and is running to the really, really big crystal.
Tefrid is also running to the really, really big crystal.
It is an exceptionally thick-faced one. It is almost perfectly smooth. I would imagine Rat might try climbing to the top of it due to cat instinct of being like on top of the tallest thing nearby, and immediately
Probably,
slides
yes.
down after only getting up like a foot and a half.
Rat's gonna knock on it with his knuckles a little bit and listen to it.
It gives a resounding resonance. It just goes.
Does it look natural or does it look carved?
It looks naturally formed, but it's very cleanly formed, as not too dissimilar to the somewhat tree-like formation you noted upon entering, as well as the other large tree-like formation to the north of here.
Do we have some time? I have a spell that might
I mean,
help
as
us.
long as you don't mind the potential of the goblins fighting or running away, which, speaking of, you hear a few footsteps running from, like, further back in the cave, which quickly get more distant as one of the goblins that you passed ends up running away.
Hero is going to turn to the other goblins and say, "We will leave some supplies. I regret that it came to violence, and yes."
They don't give you much of a response.
What response could there be to give?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at this crystal here.
It has... It's essentially a tree that is growing out of a particularly yellow rock, and where normally its leaves would begin to sprout, instead it sprouts into these crystalline structures that end up eventually... You can see that very near the start of it, since it's transparent. It started off independently, and as it grew, it sort of became more of a homogeneous crystal.
So there's no piece that I could... There's no piece that's separated that I could take.
There's a few pieces on the floor that had previously been shattered, but it's not like they are leaves.
I'll take those
it
then,
looks like the
'cause-
goblins had previously taken it and shattered it some.
Then I'll take the ones off the ground.
While they're doing this, I'd like to start ritually casting Detect Magic. I'm just going to kind of against one of these pillars and start the ritual.
Gotcha. Go
Speaking
ahead and
of
press the
ritual
button.
casting, speaking of ritual casting, Rat is going to do his essentially version of ritual casting mechanically as he dumps out his bag and starts sorting things together to quote unquote ritual cast Identify on the big crystal.
Actually, he has the material for identify.
Oh shoot! Right, no, that's a material that I hate it.
Which
Never
ones?
mind.
Yeah.
What are the requirements for it?
A 10 gold pearl. Fucking definitely not going
Is that
to be
the
in a null
default
feather.
one? Is
No, it's
default
100
10
gold. It's
Okay,
100.
okay. 10
I
gold's
converted.
adjusted. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he cannot do that then.
Kyle, you don't happen to have a pearl as part of your starting equipment, do you?
Detect magic doesn't take a pearl.
No,
He's just saying for Rat.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay, yeah.
because if anybody would have a pearl, it would be him.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
nice? But no.
Womp womp.
I have some coral.
That is a good point. You do have fragments of Isadora.
Well, Rat is going to, instead of casting Identify, just going to be, I guess, raw, just like trying to identify what this is.
Yep.
Just like testing physical stuff on it. Like hitting
Hero
it, pouring stuff.
What are you doing since the other four have established what they're doing?
He's going to cast Cure Wounds on. After establishing that he is going to cast Healing Magic, he is going to, with permission, cast Cure Wounds on the chief.
You
because,
do not end up getting it.
Okay.
The other two, well, first of all, it's not the chief. You see that there's two
Yeah.
others that have similar outfit, and they step forward to guard against you approaching the one that got carried over here.
Right.
So here's what eventually starts to happen. For you, Mr. Kyle, you pick up on the exceptionally minimal amount of presence of magic in the crystals. It's very faint. It seems to be much more of a natural formation more than anything else. However, there is a tremendous scent of power coming from directly north of here.
Oh, whoa.
On that white door. And as you approach the right door, you can also feel how it also exists on the other side of the door, meaning that the door is probably less than 1 foot of stone.
Fantastic. We've been journeying together for a little bit. Who here seems the most materialistic, aside from me?
I don't know all of your characters well, so I don't want to make an assumption, but it's absolutely 100% definitely right. He's probably more materialistic than you are.
Fantastic, fantastic.
He has the Dragon Horde sense of, I need to collect shiny things.
Okay, perfect. So while you're looking at that crystal, I'm going to just come over. And you said your goblin is about as good as your common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goblin stash. And then I'll just kind of gesture at the door. Something very powerful there, I can tell.
Rat looks at the door, at the crystal, at the door, at the crystal, at the door, at the crystal, and kind of like puts his hands on his head.
Wait
This
first.
isn't going anywhere. But all right.
He kind of hits the floor because he's very clearly convinced by your words, but does not want to be.
Hey,
As he,
Tefred,
like-
give me an investigation.
I would love to.
Kicks the dirt and starts making his way over to the door.
You
know
know,
what,
that
you
would
actually
be really unfortunate if that were the case, but actually it's a
A crit miss.
it's a 9. It's a 9. That's what it is. Wait, what the fuck?
You
Base.
can't roll ones, right?
Mhm.
Right!
Yeah,
I can't
He's
roll
a
one!
halfling. Fantastic. A 16 is
Right,
good
neither
enough.
can Francisco. Remember that.
I can't believe it did it automatically. That's great.
That's fantastic.
It's
I
a-
was so sad
That's
and
very
then I
stylish.
wasn't.
As you look at it, it jogs a bit of memory, and you go and you look at your mask that you have, and you see that some of the patterning is the same.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gods. Whoa, hold on.
You see how the pattern on the Red Ghost mask has that sort of like double triangle on it, which
The
this,
almost diamond.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is the same symbol. This is the same symbol. Definitely
What's
broke down the
Scream
name
about?
As
What?
Rat
Because
kind of comes up behind.
this is the first I've seen of another instance of this.
Well, why don't you open that door? There might be something else behind it.
That's a great that's a great
If
point.
the
I'm
door
gonna
can
try
be
to,
opened.
As part of
Oh.
looking at the door, you first notice that there's like no handles or latches or anything.
Uh-huh.
And then the second thing you notice is that there's a bunch of marks on the door from various pieces of equipment striking upon it, as there are also a bunch of broken pickaxes nearby.
Oh,
The rock on either side has also been struck to no avail.
they gotta be careful with this. This could be. Oh, they live in here, don't they?
Yes, this is and was their home.
What? Where? What? Stash.
Rat kind of looks back over to Kaio.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Narrow eyes.
I walk back over to the goblins and begin addressing them in Goblin.
They don't
This-
have a stash.
Beautiful door. Do you know how to get inside of it? We'd really like to see what's inside.
The goblins are at this point very, very uncooperative with like you guys asking, and they're pretty much just glaring and watching at every point, just waiting to potentially be able to eventually have you leave.
Rat just
Clearly, they
runs-
don't know how to open it.
As Kaio is talking, Rat runs over, frustrated that Kaio lied to him, and kicks him in the shin.
Kaio, you take 1 damage since you were addressing the goblins and were distracted.
Kaio fucking dies.
No!
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
That was his last hit
I
point.
don't mind if you guys play evil or morally bad characters. I'm okay with it.
I would. I mean, I'm not going to tell you my alignment, but it's not good. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
They're so
Inter-party
clumped.
conflict is a thing. The situation probably would be easier
I heard
for
conflict.
if you have to come back here or just being able to spend the night here since it's a nice place.
You think this is a nice place?
It's a nice place.
Nice traps.
Yeah, but it smells of goblins, so.
Not if you get rid of the goblins. Nothing a little bit of prestidigitation can't fix over the course of half an hour.
Leaving me to my notions.
So I'll just ask. When I'm asking about the door, do I get the sense they might know something about it and they're just being rude, or does it feel like they also have no idea? Because you said there were broken pickaxes. It sounds like they also could not get in.
Yeah, that is an accurate assessment.
What a waste of time.
There's also a few scorch marks from attempting to light a fire underneath it and potentially burn it out, but that didn't work either.
So the door itself is magical, but also it feels like there's magic behind it.
Yes.
This is stupid. Have you? Did you try
I'm
touching the mask on the door?
I
Is
was
that
about
something?
to do that, actually.
You touch the mask to the door and nothing happens.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't think. Yeah.
In stories that would work, but I guess this isn't quite that.
Well, it could be a
Io,
different mask.
you are not allowed to flip your sprite like that. That's
Uh-oh.
rude.
Why? I'm trying
Sure,
to
you're
look at the
facing
numbers.
sure you're facing each other, but enemies face left, heroes face right. You're not an enemy, are you?
Okay, I guess. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Enemy
here's the thing,
facing left,
if
Rat
you-
aims his weapon.
Oh, whoa! Look at this guy.
What the heck is going on over there?
How do you
Blade Song-
flip it?
Blade Song just involves doing a lot of somersaults.
I did it wrong. I did it at a wrong angle. I'm not gonna tell you because we're not allowed to do it.
I
Yes,
see.
you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to do it.
No, it's fine.
No.
I would
So
assume it's
that
this.
didn't work.
It is not that.
And then I'm just gonna like knock on the door with my staff, knowing that won't do anything, and then just kind of give a defeated sigh.
Does anyone know Dwarvish?
I've never had occasion to know or learn Dwarvish.
What?
Rat says loudly as he's back to figuring out the crystal.
Dwarvish.
No have fish.
I'm gonna assume that's a no.
I don't think he has ever met dwarves.
Oh.
Oh. That's funny. I'm gonna guess friend can't do that.
Friend, can you read Dwarvish?
Friend, do you know Dwarvish?
Friend is staring intently at this tree.
Hmm.
Oh.
It's dead core.
No.
What was that? Sorry, you cut out.
No.
That's alright. Well, this is really more just the first instance I have of proof that these two things are connected. Now we just have to get inside. Are there any other markings or anything around?
There's plenty of marks from attempts at
Any-
breaking, but no
Mhm.
no markings. It is pretty much
like-
a monolithic face of white
Mhm.
with 2 arrows on it and a very small amount of ornamentation on either of the sides where the door becomes rock.
Mhm.
This is a silly question, but the rock wall next to the door, does it look like they tried digging
Yes.
that out?
Yes.
Okay.
It is just as resilient.
Curious.
This is the part where I will give you guys the narrative statement. You guys can choose to stay here as long as you want. The door does not open.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's something we can come back to. Just
Yeah, if we bring someone who can maybe talk to the goblins instead of what happened. Maybe we can convince them to let us through if they want to explore the behind the door.
Didn't they attack us? I thought that's what happened.
They did attack us, although we
Yes,
came here
but
unannounced.
I'm saying maybe we can, I don't know, diplomat or something. I don't know how. I'm unfamiliar with the abilities or culture of goblins.
Ultimately, there was almost no way to come in here without provoking hostilities because any possible explanations would be extremely short form.
Which, to note, you also didn't really have a reason aside from it looks cool. Uh-oh, Kaio, are the invasive thoughts winning?
I'm just checking to see, what that would look like if I were to do it.
I mean, if Kaio voiced something, Rat has team combo coordination.
It's just they're standing there, if we come back, who knows what it'll look like. But unfortunately, I don't know any mutual languages that I think the goblins don't know, so I'm really just kind of like,
You were observant enough to know that they weren't able to answer questions in common previously.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think anyone
depending on how I don't know if Kaio feels this way, but leave a couple goblins and there's a couple more tomorrow.
Exactly. It's just, do we really need goblins here? If we want to come back to this, it's going to be more difficult than it was this time.
Not if we tell them that we're going to come back and we'll bring them food.
You think that would work?
I'm on friend's side with this one.
Maybe. That's not friend talking, that's me out of character talking.
Oh.
Oh, it's very similar to a sentiment Hero was going to voice, so.
Okay, perfect.
Goblins near Rat Home, no diplomat. Only kill kobolds.
Rat is kind of like humming and dipping his head back and forth as he's looking at the crystal intently.
Give me an investigation real quick.
You got it, boss.
Too late. Wasn't real quick.
Damn.
Oh, kills myself. Wait, where's
Tragic.
the... Okay, there it is. It's like, where's the... I'm gonna kill myself.
Maybe.
This is so sad.
Maybe if the crystal doesn't kill you first, as it blasts you and atomizes you. Continue.
Say goodbye to your constituent atoms. Anyway, Tefford, we should be going soon. If you intend to do anything with that door, you'd best do it soon.
Is Tefford thinking?
I am in support of a peaceful plan here.
All right. If we're not doing anything else with them, I will just kind of go over with my hand up, although I'm still holding the staff, so it's not like I'm unarmed. Well, thank you very much for your hospitality. We're sorry once again for all that trouble over there, and I'll just kind of gesture down the hallway that we came from.
One of the things that ends up being particularly difficult is trying to find a word that attempts to communicate the idea of sorry in Goblin.
I'm gonna think that, because they did shoot me with an arrow, I will point at my arrow wound and then point at, the bigger goblin's wounds and kind of try to communicate the idea of, we are equal.
Yeah, you
In
can.
a way,
the idea of fair or
Exactly. Fair's fair, basically.
fair and finished are both words that exist. So you can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Something like
So-
that. Fair finished. The work is done. We now leave, maybe back later with food. Gift.
I imagine the three of them start to leave, and then they go wait a second, where are the two short ones? And turn around.
Yeah, no, Rat is hyper fixated. He is still messing with the crystal. He's not realized that they're leaving.
Right, come on.
What?
We'll be back, Rat. I've got unfinished business here too.
No, still need... Friend!
And he points at the crystal.
Hit!
Ah!
All right. One
Oh,
experiment.
Is it very
Why?
dark there now?
Hit!
He just kind of like,
I mean,
like
the way it looks is the way it looks.
he kind of he backs up almost all the way around the corner when he
Why?
Hit!
as he hits the wall a couple times.
Rat is hoping to discern properties of the crystal by having you hit it.
He winds up for a good solid hit.
And does he let it loose? Oh, he does. As it smacks into it, and a blazing blast of white light shoots out from the crystal. This
I'm dead.
this white light is all encompassing, and for a moment, it's all you can see. Even for Kaio on the far side around the corner, his view is entirely eclipsed with white. And in a narrative sense, the camera fades from that light to a different scene. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Everyone should be able to see this. Somewhere far away, actually I should probably pull this up considering I have this written. That would be useful. I know. Very, very good me preparing it and then being like, wait a second. There you go. As the camera fades back down from this white, you end up seeing a entire valley absolutely carpeted in the midst of a thick blizzard storm. The snow blazes around two bodies like embers in a furnace. In the front, a heavily fur-clad woman with snow charting equipment trudges her way through this white valley, the mountains tall and bleak at her sides. Behind her, she drags a body through the snow. It's similarly protected from the elements with plenty of equipment, but also has chains wrapped around it and cloths covering its entire body. It twists, squirms, and is struggling against this dragging. Eventually, the gag that is holding the dragged mouth shut is loosened, and it's able to cry out, "Curse! Curse! Curse!" And the woman drops the chain, turns around, and walks back to him. Cats can't hear you. We're in the middle of nowhere right now. He temporarily stops his screaming as he twists and cranes his head side to side and realizes just how absolutely true that situation is. There is nothing around them but mountains and snow. Even the sky is pitch white with how much cloud coverage there is. In this moment that he stops yelling, she takes the opportunity to gag him again, and once again wraps him up nice and tight. She replaces that strip of fabric and begins to continue dredging through the snow. You need to save your breath. You'll need all the warmth you can muster if we're going to survive this, and we still have a few days until we get there. So hang on for me, dearie. The party ends up having a few of their moments where it feels a lot like you had just started the campaign again, because your head fucking hurts and that was really fucking bright. Luckily, the amnesia is not so present, but the discomfort of the bright lights is still very much present.
Good.
Rat says with his eyes entirely covered because I assume he is the most affected by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Satisfied.
The
Watch us
crystal,
No.
the
Want more,
crystal
but can go.
was you look back expecting the crystal to be shattered, but it looks exactly the same as it had a moment before.
How do the goblins look? Surprised?
The goblins are convulsing and possibly having seizures.
I'm gonna...
Knowing how you were feeling a moment ago, you were probably doing the same thing before you managed to pull yourself up. A few of them
Fantastic.
start standing up.
We are going. Come on.
Can I
We've
try to
stretched the
help
limits
her?
of hospitality.
Oh, jeez.
No, probably not.
Come on.
Rat climbs up. Wait. Rat climbs up, like
Right.
grabs up, because I assume Rat can basically not see still.
That's true,
Friend,
but Rat's
Edward,
probably not having a
come
good
on.
day anymore. It was so cool. There was a crystal, and then due to the consequences of my own actions, everything sucked.
Tefred, come on.
The party makes their way out of the cave without incident. I will bring everybody to the entrance. You need not move.
Thank you, kind GM.
I would like to leave 10 rations at the entrance of the cave. If not to repay them for the shit that we pulled before, to repay them for the fucking flashbang.
Definitely now. Yeah, that's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that's a little rude.
And
As
we're not
they're-
even going to need as much food because we helped reduce the population.
Whoops, that's not supposed to be there.
As they're going towards the entrance of the cave, Rat is going to just to hear away.
Hate that, but want that. Need come back.
Maybe when we are equipped to actually harvest that. Maybe.
But think can throw big bang, flash blind, sneeze, flop fish.
You would need some way to prevent the other people from being affected by it, people you don't want to be affected by it, including yourself.
Rat kind of tilts his head and puts his own goggles on in preparation of going outside, but does not respond.
It is up to the party to discuss the incident before we return to the main page. Sorry, the map, I should call it.
I trust nobody has any objections to this.
No.
No, just hoping to avoid that again. Whatever that
That
means.
that was very rude.
Have you subtracted the 10 rations, Hero?
I have not yet. I wanted to make sure nobody else had any objections.
Nope, no objections here.
I'd say for the next like 2 or 3 days, Rat is grumbling, whining and moaning about his eyes.
And also probably mining since he still has a prospect action in one day to do
Rambling,
it.
whining, mining, and moaning.
The children yearn for the mine.
Actually, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, you did do it here. Okay. There are no more mining actions. Never mind.
Well, he will be in the next Bastion turn.
Tefred, how is time looking for you?
I was time. Well, probably should be going to bed
Gotcha.
well before 11.
Uh,
So I probably at least have another half hour.
Gotcha.
At most,
I will
Probably
ask
make it
you,
back to camp.
the party, what actions what would you like to name this page?
Do you mean this?
Flashbang Cave?
Flashbang Cave it is.
I like Flashbang Cave.
Flashbang Cave it is.
Okay.
Woohoo! Flashbang Cave has been noted.
Hearing damage.
Oh, but cave is so boring. Why not cavern? Flashbang.
Flashbang Cavern.
That is true, yeah. Also, we are leaving the existence of that place out of the reports.
Rat kind of tilts his head.
But
That way, when we return, we have exclusive access to it.
He's got a good idea.
I'm
Rat
okay with
untilts
it.
his head and nods.
yes. Any talkie, lose tongue.
Okay.
We both prevent further conflict, and we ensure that we have exclusive access to the resources inside.
Just to
Can-
verify, this is the direction we're going, correct?
Yep, and that took a few days or a few hours to do that entire ordeal, so you can move half of the way into the next tile, or you can just rest up that night.
I think there's no significant difference between the two of them, right?
It's lore.
Well, it would let us move into this one a day earlier.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move halfway.
Okay. You move into the next tile on the day of the 10th. Go for it.
Is that a short rest, by the way?
And
Since
any
we
night can be a
rested
short
from it?
rest.
Okay. How do I roll a hit die?
That
Oh,
is a
there we
good
are.
question.
Short rest.
Go ahead and start moving the path. Go ahead and move down and then down into the right, and we will have our next bastion turn.
Let me just do my short rest stuff. Arcane Recovery gets me back my second level spell slot.
Perfect.
I have Blade Song back. Woo!
It is now the 11th.
Anything else with
Is
it?
this our next bastard turn?
It is our next bastard turn.
Not the bastard turn.
Everyone should know their roles, so let's go ahead and do their personal roles, and then we'll assign group actions, and we'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and detract 70 more rations from group storage.
I'll do that real quick.
Sure thing.
Okay, so we're down to 70 because we dropped 10 off at the cave and then 70 for this.
And this is my prospecting roll, because I know that sure as hell is what Red is doing.
That gives you 2 prospecting.
Honestly, not too bad, considering there's only 4 tiles that we go.
I'm still doing. Oh, that was meant to be a food roll.
Okay.
Or
That is
foraging
a
roll.
11, which is a nothing.
Mhm.
Kaio is on the lookout. Chad gave me the threat roll. Golden and
I gave a threat roll as well.
you did?
It was up right after Kaio short rested.
That's just D20, right?
Blind roll 20.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay, I see it. Yep. Okay. 14. Yeah, cool skies. That's good. That's good.
Based.
All right. What is it? The other 3 of you, or the other 2 of you, doing for your travel actions? Just foraging?
Looks like Kaio was guarding.
Yes, I'm guarding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm asking what
going-
Tefred and Friend are doing.
Yes,
Okay.
I am. One day I'll memorize these. I'm doing the one with wisdom for gathering food.
Okay. Do it. And Friend, what are you doing?
Can you remind me if there's other actions besides guarding and foraging?
Sure, Friend. The big ones are guarding, gathering, surveying, studying, prospecting.
And multiple people prospect, or can only one person prospect?
One person can prospect per category.
Okay.
So he could prospect for either like habitation or for natural resources.
Got it.
Prospect for natural resources.
He can help you though, which can give you extra, but you'd still be the one primarily doing it.
What does that entail with helping me? doing
That just
extra?
entails him giving you a +1 on it. Like you just get 1 additional prospect.
That would be pretty pog.
I'll help
That's
him
a good
prospect then.
Okay, you have 3 prospects, and add Tefred, if you haven't already, add 5 more rations to the group. All right, move it to it, boyos.
Okay. So then we get onto this tile on the same day because of the
Right,
bank's
it is
movement.
still the
from-
11th. Yes.
Okay.
Then we're starting our prospecting.
Wait,
Woo!
don't we only have 3 prospects?
That's right.
Yeah. 1.
We should do them here,
He already used
here,
it.
and here.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Rolled,
Yeah,
but
that's
it also
fair.
doesn't actually matter that much.
Yeah, it's all one. It's a 12.5% difference. No. 49.
Well, that's almost 50 exactly.
I had that one earlier. Is that the third tin? I think that's the third tin.
Based?
That's the
That
third
would make
tin.
sense if this Bit of the Valley had a bunch of tin.
Yeah.
Honestly,
ahead and
considering
keep
how rare
moving.
tin normally is in real life, that's kind of based.
I mean, keep in mind these are most of the time
Yeah.
trace amounts,
Mhm.
and this
I
is
know
also
the iron you said was a sizable vein.
Right. Yeah, because iron is essentially found in trace amounts everywhere, but like as a good result is basically saying that there's actually a significant amount of iron there.
Mm-hmm.
It is now the 12th on this tile.
No, I did not mean to.
And that is good. Give me another.
Hey, guess what?
Hey,
10.
guess what? Keep going, boyo.
It should be the 13th. Wow.
Who would have guessed that mountains have a lot of rocks in them?
No fucking way.
That
I'm
one.
not gonna believe this.
You're not gonna believe this. That one has some particularly sturdy granite in it.
Granite. So we've got granite, marble, bunch of tin, some iron, and some copper.
Nothing too rare,
too
but decent quantities of a lot of them. If you wanted to, you could potentially try to either organize like with that batch of 310 or potentially sell off that information. 410, excuse me.
So I think logistically,
We could make a 410 off of it.
I think logistically, the tin is the only thing that we would really want to personally mine, because the iron is probably too much volume for us as an individual group to handle.
I mean,
just
it's
'cause
not.
iron is
It's
fucking
not.
heavy.
When I say sizable, don't take that as meaning it's actually a rich or a lot of it one. It's just that iron is found everywhere, and there's a actual concentration of iron there. It would be the
Okay.
same as the others volume wise, just that is relatively
Rare.
a lot
Okay.
more for iron because iron is rarer, sort of.
Mhm.
It's more spread out most of the time.
Okay. And then we get back to the campsite on the 15th, right?
Yep.
Okay.
11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 15th.
Okay.
You successfully trade in the box. They validate that you've actually been effectively using it, which Rat, with his technical proficiency, has been. And they pay you out. They would start with their 15, and they end up giving you 16 gold as a job well done
Nice.
for being particularly prompt on it.
Rat's gonna like kind of dip back and forth and generally question,
Interested in ore place?
Teford, you can have the extra gold since you helped me pay off that 9 silver worth of forge ton.
I genuinely appreciate that.
Zanshi,
Thank you so much.
Zanshi pulls his beard slightly as he
How much
listens
is
to Rat's statement. Unfortunately, much more of what I'm interested in surveying here is a fair bit more exotic than that, but I'm sure that there are some fine fellows at the developmentalists and the integrationists that would love to hear about it. Or even
Right
just
on,
some of the
couple
people
times.
down at Leilu Peak.
What sort of exotic?
The kind you can't get anywhere else. What else?
Alright.
But either way, thank you so much for all of your effort. If you'd like, you can spend the night, and if not, best of luck. And I hope to see each of you again on some other project, or perhaps on an art festival.
Rat looks over and says,
Now that job done, can a part take?
as he looks at the box, his hands clasped.
You have already turned the box over. He looks at the box,
Yeah, I know.
he looks
He's
at you,
looking
and
at
then
it with-
physically steps between you and the box.
Kind of
I
scowls.
look forward to hopefully doing more good work for the developmentalists.
He gives you a vigorous handshake, Hero. And then, you know, the way you talk, are you one of those Dugon kids?
Exactly, yes.
Actually spent a bit of time there after the war. How's it handling lately?
Business as normal.
Always good. Business normal there is business great everywhere else, so that's good to hear. His face starts to flatten a little. I didn't... My apologies.
No need. Simply put, I find myself much more interested in the comings and goings of the Shining City than the comings and goings back home.
As do I. I don't suppose anybody who'd be out here wouldn't. But either way, best of luck, my friends.
Thank you.
And the party probably spends the night, and it is now the 16th.
And then 17th. This was the bridge, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
it's normal movement.
Then 18th, 19th,
19th, 20th.
20th.
You
On
make
the
it.
route
back. Rat isn't doing anything. Rat is just asking Hiroi, since Hiroi is the more business-minded person, basically where the right place to tell or to sell the information on ore would be. Would it be better at Lalo Peak? Would it be better at the developmentalists? He doesn't know anything about who wants them to know where it is.
Hiroi
Probably Lalo.
Yeah, Hiroi would know that people at Lalo Peak would be more suitable to be able to go out and actually verify and get more detailed on it, because it's literally a mining camp that does it. But if you're looking to try to get bidding or anything like that, a lot of different groups in the Shining City would be interested if you ever actually find something particularly interesting. But considering these are all mostly mundane, this would probably be the best place for it.
I know that our friend back at the camp mentioned the integrationists, but I would caution against getting too deep in their pockets.
Rat kind of just chortles a little bit.
Not going to get deep in pockets of any soft skins.
Good.
Rat kind of tilts his head.
Your soft skin.
I know.
Rat is just kind of confused.
He does not want you in his pockets, and he does not want to be in yours. Simple as.
He was very clearly trying to provoke a reaction out of you and is kind of confused that he didn't get one. Rat is not good at hiding his intentions or emotion.
You don't exactly have a head for business or diplomacy. People at the city can exploit that. People at the city will exploit other people's inability to act with discretion.
Oh,
Get box.
As he's completely lost the topic and is now thinking again about that box.
so
Maybe if we get you the materials, you can build one of your own.
Need to partake first.
Moving on.
Chad, I will abstract this and say that the general information of that is, considering that it's more worthwhile with larger audiences, I'll say that just mark that as 2 encumbrance of medium trade goods as the information marking for it for that general session, just to abstract it a little. Because we're going to use the same system for trade. It's the same sort of trading and
So it's
finding a
2
buyer.
medium trade goods.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a silver per medium trade good. I see.
Okay. Make that 2 high. 2 highs. Actually.
Base.
Oh, so a gold worth with the 2 of them.
Yep.
Based.
So, the last thing is, given that you guys were the victors in the Flashbang Cavern, I would like to ask, what is your diplomatic stance when it comes to the loot from the goblins?
Now, what do you mean by that?
I mean, are you claiming it? Are you leaving it for them? Are you pilfering from the, like, potential chests that may have been in places that you walk by, or opening some of the crates, or are you leaving there with scant else? Because this will determine how many loot rolls you get and the potential diplomatic status should you ever return.
Rat is always going to be hyperfixating on shinies. So if there's shinies in boxes, he's taking them.
Tefrid would open nothing and basically leave them their stuff.
Others can stop Rat from taking
Yes.
things. It's not like he's going to do it no matter what, but Rat's default is that he is going to take shiny or interesting things because he doesn't understand necessarily that other people might not want him to take it.
And party conflict is a good thing.
I not want me to take things, but also I want to have things. So I'll definitely be kind of like peeking as we're leaving, like, what is that?
I mean, if
Tefrid
nobody
acts
stops
very
Rat,
nicely
Rat is
to
opening every box and taking shinies.
Also, really quick, how much money did we individually get for the?
You got
The rest of us
three
got 3
more.
per. You got 4.
yeah.
So Hiroi, you have 6 since
Mhm.
Rat does not carry his gold personally.
Oh, whoops! That's
He carries his copper.
that's on Molly. That's not on me.
Damn. That's
Molly's fucking loaded.
Just like you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Basically, just
15 gold. huh?
we're rich.
We're rich.
Basically, the way Rat sees it with Hiroi is carrying Rat's gold, which means they're mixed, which means Rat can just lay on all of the gold.
Mmm.
Sorry.
Unless Tefrid is going to actively stop Kaio from flipping things into his pocket.
Define actively stop.
Kaio, don't do that. That's
Ask
mean.
very nicely is the way Tefrid is going about it.
If you do try to stop me, I'll say, "Oh, of course, I'm so sorry." And then as soon as you stop looking, I'll keep,
That makes sense.
Hiroi does not have a high enough opinion of goblin craftsmanship to want to take stuff.
Well, that's why I'm looking
We
for
don't need-
pocket-sized things that I think are interesting or valuable.
I
Rat
mean, there.
is looking for shiny.
All right. It sounds like we'll probably take a moderate to moderate high stance on looting with this. The only thing I would say is that Hiroi, you do also know that goblins are notorious thieves. And these ones did say that they travel around a lot.
Yeah, so basically it's like if there's anything that looks like it obviously was not made by a goblin that he sees while he's about
So yeah,
like not while
essentially,
he's
if you see something interesting, you will take it is the point.
yeah, and he's not
Okay.
going to be like opening and perusing every crate or anything like that, but
Well, I mean, Rat is, so
Mhm.
you will necessarily see.
All right.
Mhm.
The party
I see,
ends
I
up getting 2.4 loot rolls from that. That's the rough amount, which means that you actually get 2 loot rolls and 4 of them's put on the tracker and group mobile storage. So, who wants to be the first loot roller?
Rat.
Rat.
yeah, rat.
Please don't make me roll important things.
no,
You
don't
know
do
how
that.
this
That
works.
sounds like a bad choice.
Rat.
Is it
Rat.
just a solid
It's a
point?
bad choice, but
No,
that's why it's
it is
funny.
in the loot section of the rollable tables. You should have visibility of that.
Yeah,
Chad, it's a bad choice, but that's why it's funny.
you do
That
not
is
have
funny.
sufficient permissions to view the sheet for the rollable table.
Yeah, you can just roll it though, right? If you just click
Yeah,
on
if
it.
you right
Oh
click,
yeah,
click
right click
Is that
and
it?
roll.
46. You get 1 trade good roll. So right click on trade good loot and roll that. Yippee! Wow, look at that. That's a good roll.
Wow.
Wow,
That's a very good roll, actually.
I will
And-
update it.
Maybe Ara should roll the other one since he was the one actively shoveling knickknacks into his bag.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Nothing.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. Nothing!
Damn. So much for
That is
shoveling knickknacks
tragic.
into your bag.
That is
Well, I
still
was
a
just kinda
very
like-
good roll, though, for loot check.
Mhm.
Rat shiny.
Rat found many shinies. Now all he has to do is find a way to pawn it off. Also, the group storage already has systems set up for you to be able to just increase the trade good values on it.
Mhm.
Which I see that
I'll
you have
take care of
done
that
because
real
it is at
I am
12
already
now.
on, so yes.
Can I click and drag from one inventory to another? That would be
Oh, that's already been
phenomenal. Like
You can. You should be able to. I can. So
Yes. I have placed the glow shroom hard in there.
this is good.
Oh,
Mushroom.
I had it labeled as a tool because it emits light,
Golden,
and that makes it
important.
technically useful.
have you updated your inventory for the shards of the crystal you took?
Were there shards?
Yes, at
From
the
the
base of
tree.
the crystal tree, there were shards that he picked up.
Oh,
Just want to make sure we record that it exists and don't forget by
Mhm.
next session.
yeah.
Golden?
What? Am I rolling?
No.
No.
Do you have you updated your inventory to include the crystal shards you picked up from the tree?
No, because I never got like a
Well,
thing for them.
Make a note for it, like crystal shards in your inventory, like one crystal shards.
Crystal shards from Flashbang Cavern. Something like
Okay.
that, right?
Yeah.
How do I create?
You click now. But either way, with that and on the dawn, like we're about to go into the 21st. Yeah, 21st day of Red Bear. We're about halfway through the fall month, and the party's gone on a pretty decent little adventure. They could stock up on food here if they need to, but you can also get back to the Shining City in time. But with that, it has been a eventful few weeks. They went around taking a lot of surveys, getting a lay of the land, experiencing all these beautiful rivers and absolutely picturesque mountain peaks, which surprisingly didn't lead them into any monsters, just enemies of their own making. And eventually, after figuring out a lot about rocks and about how devices that look at rocks work, they went in and had a little tussle with some goblins who ended up ultimately being very reasonable when given the choice between life or death. And in doing so, Tefred has found a little bit about his past. Tayo has found a little bit about opportunity and the disappointment therein. And Rat has found a little bit about what consequences for his actions look like. The headache is
Honestly-
one he will not forget for a while.
Has he learned anything?
Headache. Yes, he has learned that it
Physical
flashes,
pain.
and he will do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Progress. He learns something new about it.
Actually, the 3 goblin mages counterspell your Breath of Winter.
It's true.
And with that, unless the party has any closing remarks, I believe that is a good closing point.
yeah.
That was wonderful.
This is superb.
I agree.
Do the shards that I picked up have a weight?
Probably like 0.2, and you have 4 of them.
So a total of 0.2 or 0.2 each?
0.2 each.
Okay. So
I am so happy I got to cast Rhymes Binding Ice for the first time.
It is exciting.
It's very
It's such a cool
on theme for
spell.
you. I do
Does-
not have second level spells yet, but I will someday.
Maybe someday. Does anybody want to do some closing remarks for the stream?
Nothing in particular. I'm just looking forward to seeing you all again 2 weeks from now.
As am I.
And hopefully getting a nice proper intro to the Shining City and being able to spend all these banked studying points.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Brush
that's
your
gonna be
teeth.
exciting.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'll really have to do a deep dive on what I want to use all my study points on.
Yeah, that is one of the things that, similar to how last week we had our goal of let's get all the sprites assembled, I want to go over a few of those additional rules so that everybody's on the same page, but in particular, travel actions, making sure those are there, trading, buying and selling, and study. Those are the 3 things that I want everybody to understand by the time our next session starts.
Mhm.
And with that, I believe it is a good time to leave. So thank you for having an exceptionally high view count this time. We had 5 viewers at one point and a lot of chatters, which is very
Wow.
exciting.
Who is our most active chatter?
Between Fern and Felix Phoenix Anil.
XXL.
I'll
who's a brand new
Yeah.
chatter for us, which is very exciting.
That's my partner.
Aww,
That's lovely.
wonderful. We'll say hi to them.
Mm.
Just like we'll say hi to each of you as players and to each of you who end up going through and watching about 2 weeks from now on the 21st of March, where jolly
Yippee!
times are sure to continue. Farewell, my friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.